Iran says it's reviewing a new American proposal. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. After President Trump Monday delayed resuming bombing, still trying to work out a nuclear deal.
President Trump says he's in no hurry to make a deal since the U.S. naval blockade is causing significant economic damage to Iran and weakening the regime. He indicated the war could resume quickly if Iran doesn't respond well to this proposal.
We're all ready to go. We have to get the right answers.
With a focus on Iran's nuclear program and the Strait of Hormuz, the Islamic Republic recently created what they call the Persian Gulf Strait Authority to force vessels to coordinate directly with Iran in order to pass through the strait. Iran is still playing games as it relates to these negotiations, and there are real questions as the clock is ticking.
Fox's Trey Yingst in Tel Aviv. And in a new Fox News poll,
65% of registered voters do think the U.S. is winning the war in Iran, but a large swath of Americans still reject the military action in the Middle East. The number of voters who oppose the conflict grew from 55% to 60% from April to now.
Fox's Madeline Rivera. Also in that poll, only 39% approve of the overall job President Trump is doing. Half say rising gas prices are a major problem, and they're up another penny this morning. AAA's national average for regular now $4.56 per gallon. As the U.S. keeps up a blockade on oil for Cuba, leading to worsening fuel shortages there, more American pressure. An indictment against former leader Raul Castro.
Charging Raul Castro and several others with conspiracy to kill U.S. nationals.
They died 30 years ago when Cuba shot down humanitarian aid planes, and Acting Attorney General Todd Blanche adds in the case against Castro,
there was a warrant issued for his arrest. So we expect that he will show up here by his own will or by another way.
Perhaps like in Venezuela, when in January the U.S. military captured Nicolas Maduro, who'd been indicted on drug and weapons charges, now jailed in New York. America's listening to Fox News.
No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk KZRG. We're heading for a high of 72. Your complete forecast with KZRG meteorologist Ken Boone following sports. That'll be at 6:08. It is 57 in Neosho, 57 in Pittsburgh, 59 in Galena, 59 in Joplin. AM 1310, FM 102.9, 105.9. News Talk KZRG. They call it the Blue Envelope Program.
The Joplin police say it will improve communication between law enforcement officers and citizens, specifically those with communication barriers. Drivers with certain medical conditions can alert an officer of their situation by simply presenting them with this special blue envelope that is designed to hold your insurance, your registration, and your license. Again, this initiative simply aims to reduce anxiety and misunderstandings during traffic stops and emergencies. I'm Ty Albright, News on KZRG.
The Missouri Attorney General's office now suing a company that operates Bitcoin ATMs in the Show Me State.
The lawsuit claims GPD Holdings LLC, which operates Bitcoin ATMs, has been profiting from fraud and charging excessive fees at its cryptocurrency kiosks. Missouri Attorney General Catherine Hanaway says the fees are poorly disclosed, non-refundable, and difficult to trace, and have become an effective tool for scammers to use to fleece people. The machines can be found at over 140 locations across Missouri, in convenience stores, gas stations, liquor stores, and vape shops. Sue Danielson, Missouri Net.
A St. Charles County lawmaker calling for a special session to suspend Missouri's gas tax through the end of the year. Republican Tricia Burns says her plan would pause the state's 29.5-cent per gallon tax for 7 months, a move expected to cost about $713 million. But with that tax funding, roads and bridges, how would the state make up the lost revenue?
We have plenty of money in general revenue, but MoDOT also has reserves as well. I would say let's go ahead and let MoDOT keep those reserves, and let's backfill that with general revenue.
Burns points to Missouri's roughly $1.65 billion in transportation reserves and nearly $5 billion in general revenue already directed to road projects in recent years as evidence the state can cover the cost without impacting infrastructure. If you see news, text us at 417-782-1310. 59, it's now 6:05. News Talk, KZRG.
Keeping your kids safe online. Missouri U.S. Senator Josh Hawley wants Congress to pass his provision to fund 200 child exploitation investigators and forensic analysts.
This is the crisis that is increasingly confronting every American family. Every family with children faces the risk that their child, when they log on, when they post something on the web, when they get a phone, that they will be solicited by a predator, that they will be lured into a dangerous situation by a predator, that they will themselves be trafficked.
This effort follows key advocacy from college football legend Tim Tebow, who testified about the desperate need for more resources at the federal level to save children from exploitation and abuse.
Memorial Day is on the way this Monday. In Neosho, the American Legion Post number 163 and VFW Post 4142 will be holding a joint program. It gets underway at 10 a.m. on Monday. The VFW Post and the Big Flag at the Highway 60 and 59 on Monday the 25th. Virgil Alcorn of the Neosho American Legion and VFW says everyone is invited.
We want the public to come, not just veterans, the public, because the last 2 years we've seen a little bit of public come, but we're encouraging the public to come this year and any following year too.
The program will include multiple speakers, a presentation on the American flag, a flag ceremony, and the playing of taps. Now with sports, here's Joe Morgan on News Talk, KZRG.
In high school baseball, the Webb City Cardinals are headed to the Class 5 District 6 championship game. Webb City extended its incredible winning streak to 16 games on Wednesday, blanking Carl Junction 4-0 in the semifinals. Mason Young dominated on the bump, throwing a complete game, 3-hit shutout with 6 strikeouts, while helping his own cause with an RBI sacrifice fly. The top-ranked Cardinals will battle Willard for the district crown this Friday at 6 p.m. The Royals fell to the Red Sox 4-3 last night, sunk by Jaron Duran opposite field 2-run homer in the 7th. Kansas City gets a day off today before starting a 3-game series in Seattle Friday night at 6:40. And the Cardinals are looking to bounce back after a tough 7-0 shutout loss to the Pirates. Spencer Horwitz homered and Connor Griffin racked up 4 hits for Pittsburgh. St. Louis wraps up their 3-game series today. Catch all the action on AM 1230 The Talker. Pre-game at noon, first pitch at 12:15. Sports is brought to you by Hickman Lawn and Landscape. For professional lawn and landscape solutions in Webb City and Joplin, choose the experts at Hickman Lawn and Landscapes. Visit hickmanlawns.com. I'm Joe Morgan for News Talk KZRG.
It's free at your app store. Download the Zimmer Storm Center app today. I'm Steve Scott.
And I'm Ted Bojorquez.
Next news at 6:30. Breaking news as it happens. No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk KZRG. Now, KZRG meteorologist Ken Boone.
Here is your KZRG forecast. Cloudy and milder force here today with scattered showers and storms. High temperatures in the low part of the 70s. Showers, rumbles of thunder tonight, low 60s. Cloudy with a chance of showers and storms Friday. Highs tomorrow, low to mid 70s. I'm Ken Boone in the KZRG Storm Center.
Being top of mind in your industry is key. If you're not number 1, 2, or 3, then you're invisible to customers. Visit ZimmerMarketing.com today and let the experts help you stand out and be remembered. Zimmer Marketing, it just works.
Clean sweep this morning on the KZRG Storm Tracker radar. 57 in Neosho, 57 in Pittsburgh, 59 in Baxter Springs, 59 in Joplin. News Talk KZRG with 100 weather updates every 24 hours. KZRG News Time going on 6:09.
Dr. Collins and Associates are Missouri licensed general dentists. They are not licensed in Missouri as specialists in the advertised dental specialty of prosthodontics.
Your smile tells your story. It shows your confidence, joy, and resilience, and it deserves care from a team that understands just how important it is. With 47 years of experience, Mid-America Dental and Hearing Center knows that great dentistry isn't just about procedures. It's about trust, comfort, and results you can be proud of. And they believe high-quality care should never come at a price tag that keeps you away. If you've been waiting for the right time, the right team, or the right place, this is it. Your smile matters. Let's take care of it.
I'm Brian George, CEO of Mid-America Dental and Hearing Center, just off of I-44, Exit 44, and at midamericadental.com. Changing lives and making smiles at dental centers.
Good morning, everybody.
It's
not there?
It did not print.
I think you got to put paper in it. We're having printer issues.
That doubles as your company's website. So why aren't more people choosing your new business? If you're at the starting line of a brand new business, stop asking where do I start or how do I grow and reach out to the branding experts at Zimmer Marketing. We'll capture professional headshots, craft a uniquely curated logo, create a fully functional and engaging website, and we'll make sure people think of you as the top 1, 2, or 3 in your industry. That means the next time your audience is looking for their next option, when they're looking for a legitimate business that checks all the boxes, we'll make sure they see you as the option. We'll help you stand out. We'll help you be unforgettable. We'll help you plan for the future and secure an expanding market share through proven strategies and advertising solutions. Are you ready for a real marketing strategy with measurable results? Get started today with a branding system that works at ZimmerMarketing.com. Zimmer Marketing. It just works.
An official message from Medicare.
I turned 65 this year. I knew it was time to figure out Medicare, and I had questions like when to enroll and how to enroll. So I went straight to the official source, Medicare.gov, to get the facts about Medicare. I found answers to all my questions, and I'm ready to get started. And so can you. Just go to Medicare.gov to get the real facts about Medicare.
Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Now, this 25th anniversary of 9/11, the Tunnel to Towers Foundation remains committed to honoring the heroes shaped by that day. Heroes like NYPD Detective Victor Vargas, a U.S. Air Force veteran who died from pancreatic cancer after serving in the World Trade Center recovery efforts. Tunnel to Towers honored Detective Vargas by paying off the family's mortgage. You can donate $11 a month, and you can amplify your impact with a car or land donation. Go to their website, the letter T, the number 2, the letter T.org.
News, weather, politics. Live from the Downstream Casino Resort Studio. News Talk KZRG. Depend on it. From Studio 1Z, with the latest news, commentary, and weather, it's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk KZRG.
6:12 is the KZRG News Time. Thursday is the day. That's in the name, Thursday.
It makes me thirsty. I think I'll take a drink.
It's not Thirst Day, you thirsty
Thursday.
doll.
Okay.
Ted Bojorquez.
Steve Scott.
On FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310, News Talk KZRG, 59 in Joplin, 57 in Pittsburgh. We're taking a look at the KZRG Storm Tracker radar here in the KZRG studio. Little wet just west of us.
Yeah,
no?
the immediate four-state area, clean sweep, nothing happening here in the immediate four-state area. But about 2 counties or 3 counties to the west, there's a little bit of rain over in Montgomery County, extending up into Neosho County, and also near Fredonia, Kansas, that there's a little bit of rain. That is moving to the northeast, and there's also a little bit beginning to develop around Bartlesville in northeast Oklahoma. That might clip part of the four-state area. We're going to keep an eye on it. Nothing severe this morning. Now, your forecast, though, is calling for a chance of showers and thunderstorms today. And the high today is going to be around, will be cloudy, by the way, with the high of around 75. New rainfall amounts of less than 1/10 of an inch, except for higher amounts during possible thunderstorms. Tonight, cloudy with the overnight low down to 62, with a better chance of showers and thunderstorms possible. Could get up to between 1/2 and 3/4 of an inch of rain possible. Then on Friday, tomorrow, chance of showers and thunderstorms likely mostly in the morning, mostly cloudy with a high near 74. We're going to keep an eye on the weather for you. We'll be talking with KZRG meteorologist Ken Boone. That'll be at 7:25.
Yes, we will. On FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310, News Talk KZRG. Also, don't forget, we are still giving away $100 cash every single weekday. Be tuned in at 705, 805, 1205, and 405 for a code word. When you hear it, text it to 417-782-1310. And for every code word you text us, your name will be put into the running to be chosen to win $100. Then, at 6:40 this morning, in less than 40 minutes from now, we are going to be drawing a winner from yesterday's names. We'll then empty the Fez of Fortune, which is where the names are currently being housed. And then all the code words you text us today will be, all those entries will be put back in for the drawing tomorrow.
You know, as many people are sending in the code words, we may have to get a bigger Fez.
We might need to get the sombrero of Fortune.
That's true. Or a 10-gallon hat.
Or the 10-gallon hat of Fortune. That's also true. Well, speaking of things that are huge, some huge news for you. SpaceX just yesterday submitted documents to move forward to go public, basically.
And that's not to be confused with X that he also owns.
Or to be confused with XAI, which he also owns, that is separate.
Yeah, everything has the letter X in it for some reason.
Or to be confused where he buried his treasure, his golden doubloons and or silver scepter.
X marks the spot.
Precisely. Okay. So basically they are going to be launching an initial public offering. That's what the stock is going to be going public for as its starting price. Which means you can buy a little bit of SpaceX stock, which I think is actually kind of exciting.
Or in our cases, very little stock.
Very little, yeah. Well, we don't know how much it's going to be going for yet.
Doesn't matter. You and me, we don't make that much money.
I'll tell you what,
compared to the big investors.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, though. I'm going to liquidate all of my Shiba Inu coin.
Oh, that'll give you what, about 10 cents?
$10, good sir. Your decimal point is off there. Listen,
okay.
If you take financial advice,
$10.
If you take financial advice from me, I can show you how to turn a great investment of $100 into $10 because
overnight.
I'm just that good. Yeah.
Let me guess, you went to one of those ATMs that do Bitcoin and stuff like that here in Missouri that the Attorney General suing was in our news.
Well, I mean, that's Bitcoin. How could you go wrong?
Yeah, true.
Yeah. So anyway, why are they doing this? Well, it's simple. SpaceX wants to colonize Mars. They've been very vocal about it. That is their plan, and they are combining all their forces to do so. Between SpaceX with the rocketry programs, between Tesla with the rechargeable battery programs that they're running, they want to put those on Mars. The Boring Company that Elon Musk less famously
the what
owns.
company?
The Boring Company.
Well, that's boring.
And you know what's really crazy about the Boring Company?
What?
Is to raise money, they were selling consumer flamethrowers.
Really?
So they're the least boring company I know.
Okay.
But what the Boring Company does is they bore. They make these big tunnels.
Oh, okay.
I know. It's sort of a double play there.
Yes.
And allegedly, conspiracy theory, what people have been saying is if we want to colonize Mars, more likely than not, humans to survive would have to be underground. So Elon has his Boring Company making giant tunnels. He can use that very technology to bore tunnels on Mars, to then use SpaceX to launch humans to Mars, to then use the technology of Tesla, all the battery power that Tesla is spearheading, and power people on Mars.
Wow.
Yeah.
Boy, that's a big dealing.
All of that being wrapped in with XAI that he has, an AI bot that allegedly he's training to help get people to Mars. So they are all in on this whole Mars thing. They are hook, line, and sinker on it.
Well, one other thing I heard in the news, they're also planning out to put AI data centers up in space.
Yeah.
Including on Mars. I guess they need those.
Yeah.
And they won't get anybody complaining.
I mean, it's actually, I know that sounds a little bit goofy, but it's actually pretty, in my opinion, pretty smart because AI data centers, what are the three big concerns? Energy usage from consumers, water usage from consumers, and land, how much land they take to house them, right? Well, if they're in space or on Mars, if they're in space, it's like 0 Kelvin out there, basically. So you don't need the water to cool them because the space is a vacuum. It cools it naturally.
Right.
So there's that. Energy, if we put a solar panel, a solar farm in space, it actually will be more efficient than on Earth because there is not a diffusion of energy loss as a result of the sunbeams going through our atmosphere. We're getting it raw, right?
Or
from
maybe
space.
a nuclear generator.
Or a nuclear generator. That works too. And then space, the other concern, the amount of space that these data centers house on Earth. There's a lot of space in space. It's kind of named after that. So really, if you put the data centers in outer space, I honestly don't think anyone would have a problem with that.
Just don't put it next to the space lab up there because then that would cause them to have problems.
Space coronavirus.
Well, not only that, but because it'd be near a living center. They don't want to have it near housing.
It'll be loud.
Because of the noise. Wait a minute, can they hear it in space?
I was going to say, in space, there's no sound. So there you go, no noise complaints. And by the way, Steve just said something really poetic, quite beautiful. It nearly brought a tear to my eye, but he said it in space, so you couldn't hear it.
No, you couldn't.
Yeah. So anyway, SpaceX and all those really exciting, great things that they are planning on doing, going public. Now, we don't have an official date as to when that's happening, but SpaceX is aiming to start listing their shares on the NASDAQ as early as June 12th. But let's just be honest, I love Elon. I do. He's my favorite billionaire, personally. He has that being said, he is not very good at setting realistic benchmarks for timing. How many times have we heard from him, oh, by this date, we're going to have this, and then it never actually materializes?
That's true.
So for Elon to say that we're going to have SpaceX stock public by June 12th, I'm calling cap. Add a couple of months to that is probably more realistic.
Sure.
So we'll see what that turns into, but pretty cool. Wanted to share that news. Kind of exciting for you space heads out there. It's pretty neat. KZRG News Time, 6:20.
And now, KZRG's Big Three, buzzing by thanks to Honeybee Tax Solutions on News Talk, KZRG.
Number 3.
A former DOJ prosecutor has been charged with emailing confidential records tied to former special counsel Jack Smith's investigation into President Donald Trump. The lawyer in question allegedly altered electronic file names of the government records to conceal unauthorized transmission of those documents via a personal email account.
Number 2.
Missouri U.S. Senator Josh Hawley urged the Senate to pass a provision to the reconciliation package to rescue trafficked children. This as a follow-up to his effort to allocate $108 million to hire 200 child exploitation investigators.
Number 1.
Keep it rolling. News Talk KZRG is still giving away $100 cash every single weekday. Tune in every weekday at 7:05, 8:05, 12:05, and 4:05 for a code word. When you hear it, text it to 417-782-1310 to get in the daily drawing for $100 cash. Go to newstalkkzrg.com for deets.
Now, the KZRG question of the day, brought to you by A to Z Supply.
What do you think about Trump's proposed $1.7 billion legal defense fund for lawfare victims? We want to know your thinking. Go to KZRG's Facebook page or text us at 417-782-1310. You can also leave us an open mic message if you'd like. Coming up, what's going on with your money? Speaking of money, we're giving away $100 cash every single weekday with KZRG's Quick Cash. Go to news.kzrg.com. Click on the Quick Cash banner to get all the details. Chris Plant joining us at 9, Clay Travis and Buck Sexton at 11 on News Talk KZRG.
Here is your KZRG forecast. Cloudy today with scattered showers and even storms. It'll be milder, but temperatures still below average. Highs low 70s. Cloudy tonight with scattered showers, even a few rumbles of thunder, low 60s. Cloudy Friday with scattered showers and storms. Highs tomorrow, low 70s. Warming up this weekend. Sunshine mixing in with the clouds for both Saturday and Sunday. Still about a 40% chance for a mainly late day shower or storm both Saturday and Sunday. Highs both afternoons around 80. I'm meteorologist Ken Boone in the KZRG Storm Center.
If your basement has leaked before, every rain puts you on edge. You've seen what happens.
Good morning, everybody. What up, girl Chris? Cerise is here. Wow, Ted. My Shibu was only worth 112. Let's see what my Shibu's worth now. Let's see here. Let's see here. Oh my goodness. They're asking me like 16 different sign with a passkey. Not now. I don't even know what that means. What? Why can't I sign in?
There you go.
Oh, thank you, sir. I can't check my Shiba Inu coin because my Coinbase signed me out.
Wonderful.
I know.
Maybe it went to zero.
I have absolutely zero idea what my password is. I'll do it later.
Children to adults, patients who are anxious, patients who are excited.
All right, here we go.
Patients who go every 6 months, and patients who have not
Oh
been
my
in 6
gosh.
years. who are afraid to be judged.
All right,
And patients who have that confident, healthy smile. We're a judgment-free place because I have patients come in all the time and tell me things like, I don't want to be here. We're not.
Oh, it updated the app. That's why.
To help them and get them back on track. And Dr. Lemus is very good about.
What is happening? I don't even know where mine is. Oh, is this mine? All right, here we go. All right. My Shiba Inu coin.
I'm Dr. Lemus from Team Dental Job.
Oh, it's up.
Neighborhood practice for your whole family.
I turned a very wise investment of $100 into $16.40. But I'll tell you, if one Shiba Inu coin becomes worth $1 a coin, then I will have $2,843,212.50. That's pretty good. So as long as Shiba Inu coin becomes worth $1 for every coin, I'll be set. I'll be good to go. I don't mean to brag or nothing, but yeah, I bought this on December 28th, 2021. So over the course of 5 years, I have turned this investment from $100 to $16. Oh boy. Oh boy.
I'm Nicole Murray with Your Money Now. Ubisoft shares fell 16% after the game developer
further losses in its upcoming financial year. The company released its full-year earnings following years of stock price declines. Company leadership said Ubisoft is undergoing a major restructuring. Shares of Samsung Electronics jumped more than 6% after its labor union suspended a planned 18-day strike, easing concerns over disruptions at the South Korean chipmaker. The union said the strike would proceed after the government-mediated talks collapsed. However, another round of negotiations led by South Korean officials resulted in a tentative agreement. Oil prices have dropped this morning as the markets deal with uncertainty regarding an Iran peace deal. West Texas Intermediate at roughly $98 per barrel, Brent at $104. Futures are mixed as traders analyze NVIDIA earnings. On Wednesday, the Dow Industrials gained 645, the Nasdaq up 399, the S&P 500 up 79. That's your money now.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You sort through tons of resumes and you get too many so-so applicants. You're just waiting for someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now, there's a place where you can meet them fast. ZipRecruiter.
Need to hire right away. Start your search for strong candidates. The right fit awaits. Build your team. Build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. And you're on your way to meeting your match. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try it now. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
Want to know what's really going on? Then join me, Chris Plant, every weekday from 9 to 11 on News Talk KZRG. Depend on it.
It's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk KZRG.
Just before 6:30 on FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310, News Talk KZRG. Ted Pahorkin.
And Steve Scott. We have a chance of rain pretty much most of the weekend. Today, a chance of rain, and then the high should be around 75. Tonight, 62 with showers likely. Showers likely tomorrow with a high of 74. Mostly cloudy with a chance of showers tomorrow night with the overnight low down to 59. Saturday, partly sunny, then a chance of showers and thunderstorms and the high of 80. We're going to be talking with KZRG meteorologist Ken Boone. That'll be coming up at 7:25.
Yeah, some other people we're going to be talking to this morning include Missouri's Lieutenant Governor David Weisinger. We're going to be talking to the Lieutenant Governor of the Show Me State about a couple of things, most notably, of course, the Missouri legislative session. It came to an end. We're going to be getting an update on what we got out of that session from his perspective. We're also going to be talking about a continuing controversy with the Missouri State Senate. Should the Senate be live streamed for all to see and witness live? It's a controversial take, it's a controversial conversation. Boy, it's
easy
Monday.
for you to say.
I know, clearly. We're going to be getting his thoughts on that. Also, coming up after the news in less than 10 minutes at around 6:40, we'll be drawing a name from the Fez of Fortune, and whose ever name we pull out of that Fez will be walking away today with $100 cash.
And it's not coming from my billfold today. It's coming from yours.
It's true. Every day we're going back and forth. One day the $100 is coming out of my billfold, and then 3 days in a row it's coming out of Steve's, and then 1 day out of mine, and then 4 days in a row out of Steve's. And so we try to make it fair. I did my best to try and make it fair between Steve and I. And I think I did it pretty good with the scheduling. No?
Liar.
Good morning.
At 6:30, I'm Steve Scott.
And I'm Ted Bojorquez.
Here's what's trending on News Talk, KZRG.
To bomb Iran or not to bomb Iran?
Cuban leader indicted.
Traveling for Memorial Day.
No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk. KZRG, we're heading for a high today of 72. Your complete forecast with KZRG meteorologist Ken Boone. Following sports, that will be at 6:38. It is 57 in Neosho, 57 in Pittsburgh, 59 in Baxter Springs, 59 in Joplin. AM 1310, FM 102.9, 105.9. News Talk, KZRG.
Iran says it's reviewing the latest American proposal to end the conflict.
President Trump says he's willing to wait a few days to get the right answers from Iran, but continues to warn of renewed attacks if he doesn't like what they say. An Iranian foreign ministry spokesman says they are reviewing the latest views from the United States. The US is putting economic pressure on Iran after 6 weeks of ceasefire. The military boarded, then released a vessel suspected of trying to break the blockade of Iranian ports. In Iran, the crackdown on dissent continues. 2 people executed on charges of creating a group to disrupt the country's security. Jonathan Savage, Fox News.
U.S. prosecutors now say the Cuban leader Raul Castro is under indictment.
Now that a Miami federal grand jury is charging elderly former Cuban dictator Raul Castro for masterminding the killing of 4 U.S. civilian pilots during the 1996 Brothers to the Rescue mission, Cuban Americans wonder if he'll ever be brought to the U.S. for trial, like ousted Venezuelan leader Nicolas Maduro.
There's an arrest warrant issued for a reason, because we certainly expect and believe that Mr. Castro is entitled to his day in court right here in Miami.
Todd Blanche, the acting U.S. Attorney General, Cuban officials denounced the indictment, calling the act aggressive. President Trump has been using blockades of oil shipments to pressure the communist island for reforms. In Miami, Eben Brown, Fox News.
Millions now getting ready to hit the roads for what is expected to be another record-setting Memorial Day travel weekend.
Nearly 45 million Americans are expected to travel at least 50 miles from home for Memorial Day weekend, according to AAA. And while that's a new high, it barely edges out last year's number for the holiday travel period that starts today and ends on Monday. 39 million of us are expected to drive, while another 3.7 million will fly. A little more than 2 million will travel by other modes like bus, train, or cruise. A AAA spokesperson says higher fuel prices and persistent inflation may cause some of us to shorten trips, delay plans, or stay closer to home. They say the most congested days to drive are today and tomorrow, and on Monday afternoon. Tanya J. Powers, Fox News.
It's cloudy. It's 59 at 6:33. News Talk, KZRG.
Wildlife encroaching on a small town in southeast Kansas. Steve Smith with the grisly story.
In Chanute, Kansas, local authorities are advising residents to use caution following a reported bear sighting. Video of a black bear walking down a residential street was caught by a photographer and posted on Facebook. Now, if anyone sees a bear inside the city limits of Chanute or anywhere else, they should not approach the animal. Residents are being encouraged to immediately report the sighting by calling authorities at 620-431-5768. Steve Smith, News Talk KZRG.
Missourians hoping to open their own small business to legally sell marijuana Can find out how at a series of forums next month.
When voters legalized recreational marijuana use nearly 4 years ago, the Missouri Department of Health and Senior Services was tasked with creating a process to issue a limited number of micro-business licenses for the industry. Forums are being held to educate applicants on requirements and offer an overview of the marijuana program for small businesses. In-person forums are scheduled for June 8th in Jefferson City, June 15th in St. Louis, and June 22nd in Kansas City. Marshall Griffin, Missouri Net.
If you see news, text us at 417-782-1310. It's cloudy. It's 59 at 6:35. News Talk, KZRG.
Memorial Day this upcoming Monday. And in Neosho, the American Legion Post 163 and VFW Post 4142 will be holding a commemoration. It's getting underway at 10 in the morning at VFW Post at the Big Flag at Highway 1659. Virgil Alcorn of the Veterans and VFW told News Talk KZRG it's all about spreading the word.
So it's just trying to get the message out there. We even want to go to the schools, like an assembly, to tell them what the American Legion, the VFW is, and what it really means behind all that is because of the fallen heroes.
The program will include multiple speakers, a presentation on the American flag, and a flag ceremony, along with the playing of taps.
Sad news. The end is here.
No.
The Late Show with Stephen Colbert ends its run tonight after being canceled back in July. While the details of the series finale have not been revealed, the episodes leading up to tonight's finale included performances from David Byrne and Bruce Springsteen, an interview with Steven Spielberg, and appearances from his fellow late-night hosts, including Jimmy Kimmel and Jimmy Fallon, who said their shows will go dark tonight in honor of Colbert's final show. CBS called ending the show a financial decision, as the Late Show was reportedly losing around $40 million per year. Michelle Polino, Fox News.
Now with sports, here's Joe Morgan on News Talk, KZRG.
In high school baseball, the Webb City Cardinals are headed to the Class 5 District 6 championship game. Webb City extended its incredible winning streak to 16 games on Wednesday, blanking Carl Junction 4-0 in the semifinals. Mason Young dominated on the bump, throwing a complete game, 3 hits, shutout with 6 strikeouts, while helping his own cause with an RBI sacrifice fly. The top-ranked Cardinals will battle Willard for the district crown this Friday at 6 p.m. The Royals fell to the Red Sox 4-3 last night, sunk by Jaron Duran opposite field 2-run homer in the 7th. Kansas City gets a day off today before starting a 3-game series in Seattle Friday night at 6:40. And the Cardinals are looking to bounce back after a tough 7-0 shutout loss to the Pirates. Spencer Horwitz homered and Connor Griffin racked up 4 hits for Pittsburgh. St. Louis wraps up their 3-game series today. Catch all the action on AM 1230 The Talker. Pre-game at noon, first pitch at 12:15. Sports is brought to you by Hickman Lawn and Landscape. For professional lawn and landscape solutions in Webb City and Joplin, choose the experts at Hickman Lawn and Landscape. Visit hickmanlawns.com. I'm Joe Morgan for News Talk KZRG.
It's free of charge at your app store. Download the Zimmer Storm Center app today. I'm Steve Scott.
And I'm Ted Bojorquez.
Next news at 7 o'clock. Breaking news. As it happens, no one gives more accurate weather more often than News Talk, KZRG. Now, KZRG meteorologist Ken Boone.
Here is your KZRG forecast. Cloudy today with scattered showers and even storms. It'll be milder, but temperatures still below average, highs low 70s. Cloudy tonight with scattered showers, even a few rumbles of thunder, low 60s. Cloudy Friday with scattered showers and storms, highs tomorrow, low 70s. Warming up this weekend. Sunshine mixing in with the clouds for both Saturday and Sunday. Still about a 40% chance for a mainly late-day shower or storm, both Saturday and Sunday. Highs both afternoons around 80. I'm meteorologist Ken Boone in the KZRG Storm Center.
KZRG Storm Tracker Radar now showing a lone little spot of rain beginning to develop in southern Crawford County. And also there's rain near Parsons, just to the north of Parsons, and it's beginning to move into Labette County from the west out of Montgomery County. Nothing severe, not expecting anything severe today. It is 57 in Neosho, 57 in Pittsburgh, 59 in Webb City, 59 in Joplin. News Talk KZRG with 100 weather updates every 24 hours. KZRG News Time 6:39.
Have you gone off the rails lately? I know that may sound like a negative, but at Hurricane Car Wash, going off the rails is a good thing. They won't ask you to get on a track and put the car in neutral. At Hurricane Car Wash, you're in control. Just drive in, brake, and move forward. No more worrying about whether or not you're on the rail correctly or whether you're going to fall off halfway through. Just an easy do-it-yourself peace of mind that you get with Hurricane Car Wash. Make it even easier on yourself when you download the Hurricane Car Wash app for free. Services like hand bays, autos, dog washes, and vacuums can all be paid for on the app. Just add.
Good morning, everybody.
I have the fez in my formerly cookie-stained hands.
The Fez.
Of fortune!
Hey, Mary. Good morning. Tanya.
Good morning.
Tanya said, good morning, everybody. Have a wonderful and blessed day. Oh, you too, Tanya.
Thank you.
That's lovely. Mary said, bomb Iran. Just do it and get it done. It has to be power plant and bridge day. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what he ends up doing. Hey, Doc.
Morning, Doc.
Honestly, I feel bad for our service members that are like, all right, tomorrow we're going to do it, guys. Actually, never mind. Okay, tomorrow we're going to do it, guys. Hashtag JKLOL.
Just stand by. We'll get it done someday.
I am not a veteran, as you well know. Look at me. My skin is made of cookie dough. But I have a lot of friends that are in the armed services, or at least were. Some of them still are. And they said one of the most grueling parts of the service is the mentality of hurry up and wait. And that's all they're doing in the Middle East right now. Hurry up and wait.
Outlets not working, lights flickering, switches that quit, ceiling fans that need replacing, and all the electrical problems hiding behind your walls.
So the tongue test isn't electrician approved.
Tommy, the only thing your tongue should be testing is whether the tea is sweet enough.
Our electricians show up when we say we will, explain the problem, and fix it safely the first time.
So I should stop watching these electrical hacks online?
Immediately. When something's wrong with your power, don't Google it.
Don't YouTube it.
And definitely don't lick it.
Just call the professionals at iPock Electric and iPocket.
Neo, when did Route 66 get this tropical?
Since we opened Miami Beach at Buffalo Run Casino.
So you're telling me Tiki Bar?
Yep, Neo's Tiki Bar. Ice cold drinks and laid-back vibes.
And I've got Nikki 66, classic diner eats with a twist.
Plus pool tables, great music, and oh yeah, a mechanical bull.
Cool, the ultimate hangout spot.
Grand opening Memorial Day weekend.
Featuring a Jimmy Buffett tribute band. Grab your crew and let the good times run at Buffalo Run Casino.
Hi, this is Vince Colonnese. Tonight at 8, right after Mark Levin, will break down the news, connect the dots, and give you the real story on News Talk KZRG.
From Studio 1Z, with the latest news, commentary, and weather, it's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk KZRG.
Just before 6:45, current KZRG news time is 6:42, 59 in Joplin, 57 in Pittsburgh, 57 in Neosho. Steve, why on earth is it still so dreary out?
Well, because we're going to have a chance of some showers and or thunderstorms today. Right now, it's only pretty much showers. We had one that has developed just to the southwest of Girard, just to the west of Pittsburgh. Also, there's more showers and thunderstorms that are mostly showers, nothing severe this morning, affecting Highway 400 between Parsons and Neodesha and going up to the Fredonia area. That's just some rain. It's mostly light rain, but enough to make a mucky muck of your windshield if you're driving around and have to keep the headlights on.
Make a what?
Mucky muck.
That sounds like a euphemism for a baby's diaper right after they eat. That's gross.
That's a boomer to zoomer term that you might have to be taught at some time.
Mucky muck, huh?
Mucky muck.
All right. You guys are working with some advanced phrasing over there.
Well, we are old, aren't we? For the boomers, that is. All right, that chance of rain continues for the most part all the way through the holiday weekend. There are some spells where there won't be any rain. High today, 72. Tonight, 62. Tomorrow, 74. Tomorrow night, 59. 80 for Sunday with a chance of afternoon showers and thunderstorms.
We're going to be keeping a close eye on it for you right here on FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310, News Talk KZRG. Hey, another thing we're keeping a close eye on for you, how to get $100 money from our pockets into your pockets. KZRG News Time, 6:45. Do you hear that? That is the sound of cash. Cash that can wind up in your hands. That is, in fact,
the Fez of Fortune.
And in the Fez is a bunch of names for every one of you that texted us a code word every single weekday at 705, 805, 1205, and 405. We issue a code word live right here on KZRG. When you hear it, text it to 417-782-1310. For every code word you text us, your name is put into the Fez. If you texted us 4 code words yesterday, your name is in that Fez 4 times. I counted them personally. Steve and I had to cut them out after the show.
That was so much fun.
Our wrists are on fire, but also incredibly strong now.
That's true.
And without further ado, we will be drawing one of your names from the Fez. Steve has already chosen it. He has handed it to me. Steve.
Who is it?
Drum roll, please, sir. Let's do this properly.
We need to have a symbol at the end of this.
Brian Wren.
Yay!
Woo! Brian Wren is our $100 cash winner this morning. Big shout out to B-Rad. Brian, we'll give you a ring later on today. And now Steve is going to completely empty the Fez of Fortune, dump out all the names, and then we're going to fill them back up with everyone who texts us today. Again, your name will be in the Fez equal to the amount of times that you text us a code word. If you text us 3 of the 4 code words, your name is in the Fez 3 times. If you only text us 1 code word, your name is in there only 1 time. So it stands to reason the more code words you tune in and listen to, the more code words you text us, the greater the chance that you have to win $100 and become tomorrow's Brian Wren.
That's right.
Yeah. All right, moving on from there. Local authorities now advising residents to use caution following a reported bear sighting in Chanute, Kansas.
I don't think it's Gentle Ben. Doesn't look like it.
Who's Gentle Ben?
That's a big bear. It was on a TV show back in the 70s, late 70s, early 80s.
Oh, it's not Gentle Ben. You heard it here first. Now, we had this in the last newscast, but in case you missed it, Chanute, it is a little ways out of the KZRG listening area. It's about an hour northwest of Pittsburgh, Kansas, to give you sort of perspective. And there was, in fact, a bear sighting there, which is a little bit scary, I would say.
Yeah, it's not Yogi either.
Right, and it's not Steve after having 0 coffee and no breakfast. He can be a real bear after that. This is a legitimate threat.
It's not even Boo-Boo.
No, Boo-Boo.
It's a real bear.
Yeah. Now, with Chanute, Kansas being an hour, about an hour northwest of Pittsburgh, I'm sure you're thinking, well, that's their problem. What does that have to do with here in the 4 states? That's a bit of a ways away.
Bear will travel.
It will travel. On average, bears travel anywhere between 20 to 40 miles a day.
Wow.
Every day, a bear travels 20 to 40 miles. So it is not inconceivable that that very bear in Chanute, Kansas can wander its way on over to the 4 states.
Could you imagine if it learned how to ride an electric bike?
God forbid it learns how to ride a unicycle like they do in Russia. Then we'd really be in trouble.
Boy, we really would be.
Yeah. Now, generally speaking, if anyone sees a bear, if you see a bear, do not approach it. I know that bears have the world's cutest little ears and the cutest little snub-nosed tail. Bears are just factually adorable creatures.
And they love toilet paper in commercials.
They do love that as well. They love picnic baskets. As a kid, kids growing up, we have all the teddy bears. They're soft, they're cute. There's a lot of reasons why you might want to go and approach a bear. For instance,
don't do it.
I'm convinced bears are incredibly soft. I have no way of proving that because I'm not going to approach a bear. And despite my scientific mind desperately wanting to test my theory that bears are actually really soft, it is advised to not approach bears. Don't do it. Don't go near it. Don't even think about it.
I'm so glad you're not going to be a myth buster in this case.
What I would be is a victim if I approached a bear.
Former myth buster. If you did it.
A former human being on this earth.
That's right.
Presently food for bears if you approach them. So if you do see a bear, call the local authorities and provide the information to them. The information that would be helpful to them is where you saw the bear, what time you saw the bear, and if you can, generally the direction the bear was traveling. That way they can try and track it down and warn people, hey, the bear is heading west. If you live west of this area, get ready. You are in collision course with the bear.
Can you imagine if you and I had to get ready for work and go out to the vehicles in the middle of the night and all of a sudden we see a bear?
That'd be scary.
Ooh.
Yeah. big. That sounds like some Alaska problems right there.
Yes.
All right, moving on from there. We had this in the Big Three yesterday, but it's starting to become an even bigger national story. We'll get more into it later on this morning. But House Democrats for the United States Congress in D.C., they are now speaking out against a congressional candidate for Texas, which may not surprise you. They do that a lot. What might surprise you is the individual they're speaking out against is a fellow Democrat.
Really?
Yeah, Democratic Texas congressional candidate Maureen Galindo. She is running for office as a Democrat, and she stated she wants to imprison American Zionists and detain and imprison ICE officers. And other Democrats are now speaking out against her, those comments, and that very plan. This is something that, again, I thought we had it in the Big Three yesterday. It was an interesting story. It is really blowing up on the national stage now. We're going to be getting into that in the next hour. On FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310, News Talk KZRG. KZRG News Time, 6:50.
And now, KZRG's Big Three, buzzing by thanks to Honeybee Tax Solutions on News Talk KZRG.
Number 3.
A former DOJ prosecutor charged with the emailing confidential records tied to former special counsel Jack Smith's investigation into President Trump. The lawyer in question allegedly altered electronic file names of government records to conceal unauthorized transmission of those documents via a personal email account. I understand she renamed them as recipes. Wonder what they're going to be tasting like.
Number 2.
Missouri U.S. Senator Josh Hawley urged the Senate to pass a provision to the reconciliation package to rescue trafficked children. This is a follow-up to his effort to allocate $108 million to hire 200 child exploitation investigators.
Number 1.
Keeping it rolling, News Talk KZRG still giving away $100 cash every single weekday. Tune in every day at 705, 805, 1205, and 405 for a code word. When you hear it, text it to 417-782-1310 to get in the daily drawing for $100 cash. Go to newstalkkzrg.com for more information.
Now, the KZRG question of the day, brought to you by A to Z Supply.
What are your thoughts about Trump's proposed $1.7 billion legal defense fund for lawfare victims? We want to know. Go to KZRG's Facebook page or text us at 417-782-1310. You can also leave us an open mic message. Coming up, Hannity's Morning Minute. That's Sean, of course. You can always tune in to Sean and his lovely Linda every single weekday starting at 2 on FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310, News Talk KZRG. KZRG News Time, 6:52.
Here is your KZRG forecast. Cloudy today with scattered showers and even storms. It'll be milder, but temperatures still below average. Highs low 70s. Cloudy tonight with scattered showers, even a few rumbles of thunder, low 60s. Cloudy Friday with scattered showers and storms. Highs tomorrow, low 70s. Warming up this weekend. Sunshine mixing in with the clouds for both Saturday and Sunday. Still about a 40% chance for a mainly late day shower or storm both Saturday and Sunday. Highs both afternoons around 80. I'm meteorologist Ken Boone in the KZRG Storm Center.
At MAP Technologies, our employees manufacture critical components for fighter jets, rockets, missiles, submarines, and aircraft carriers. MAP is hiring skilled positions in engineering, welding, CNC machining, and other technical positions. Go to mapp-technologies.com and click on Careers. MAP offers competitive pay, bonus opportunities, and an excellent benefits package. MAP Technologies, an American-made aerospace and defense company.
Just one late night cookie.
A midnight snack for you? Harmless. But termites, they believe in the 24/7 snack. They never stop eating. Not at midnight, not in the morning, not while you're at work. And by the time you notice them, termites have likely already been there for months.
Hey, it's Doug and Rory from Bugaway Pest Control. We are the area's experts on termites. Protect your biggest asset with a call to Bugaway Pest Control before those 24/7 snackers eat you out of house and home.
We're the only pest control company in the area to offer Centricon, the #1 brand in termite protection.
We also now offer financing. And of course, it comes with Doug and Rory's pest-free guarantee.
Remember, if you don't see our logo, it's a no-go.
Make sure your home or business is protected and get started on a termite inspection today at bugawaypc.com.
We do exactly what we say. We keep the bugs away.
Customer satisfaction is our #1 goal at Bugaway Pest Control.
Great Wonders Productions is a 4-state area nonprofit cinematic arts organization. We would like to invite you to a new monthly event called The Best of the Fest. It's our new monthly showcase of the very best films from our annual Uplift Film Fest. Our judges choose only the most inspiring films, and now they're coming straight to the big screen at 2 iconic area theaters. The historic Route 66 Theater in Webb City and the Flick Theater in Anderson. For May, in recognition of the 15-year anniversary of the Joplin tornado, we're bringing back 2 one-hour documentary films about the tornado that were produced right here locally. Steadfast, produced in 2012, and The Butterfly People, produced in 2024. 2 very special films you won't want to miss. For showtimes, dates, tickets, and all the other information, just go to mytickets123.com. That's mytickets123.com.
Here's your mail, Grandpa. Looks like you got a letter from the cable company, a postcard from church, and the power bill.
I don't want to see that old bill. It's always hundreds of dollars these days.
Everything is really expensive these days, Grandpa.
Huh. Well, back in my day, things used to be cheap. Heck, I bought a car for less than I spend on my power bill now. A dozen eggs, 2 quarters. Milk, $1. A quarter if Grandma met the milkman at the door.
Energy bills have skyrocketed, but we can help. I'm Chris.
And Zach. We're the window guys from Windows & More. In fact, new windows are one of the only things that can pay for themselves thanks to the money you'll save on your energy bill.
New, high-efficient windows from Windows & More come with a lifetime manufacturer warranty.
Get your windows installed and watch the savings start stacking up.
See our showroom at 976 North Central City Road in Joplin, or find us online at windowsandmore.llc.
Never settle for less. The choice is clearly Windows & More.
Turn up your radio. Here's the Sean Hannity Morning Minute.
The Iranian regime was given every opportunity to choose peace. They still have a short window. This is it. I can tell it's it. I said the last time before Epic Fury, when there were reports that this was going to happen, and reports that they had planes on tarmacs ready to fly out to Russia, I'm sure filled with cash and a ton of currency, then pillaging the country. But they didn't take my advice. They're all dead. All those leaders are dead. When the next level of leadership came together to pick a new leader, they're all dead. The third tier of leadership, most of them, they're now dead.
Turn up your radio. Here's the Sean Hannity Morning Minute.
Hey, I want to talk about Africa for just a second. Now, hear me out. The African economies have made some very interesting gains in recent years. They have been strengthening their gold holdings with all this global uncertainty, and it seems to be working. They've added $50 billion in value over the last year alone. That's not bad. Now, the truth is, Africa is not alone. Central banks across the globe, they're still buying gold, and it doesn't look to be stopping. So does it make sense for you to add some gold to your own holdings? That's where my friends at Goldco come in. They can help you figure this out. They're offering you, my audience, a free gold and silver kit, and you can educate yourself about the power of gold and silver. And then you'll see if you qualify for an extra 10% in bonus gold or silver just for getting started. It's a great deal. Goldco, I'm a customer. Give them a call, 855-815-GOLD. That's 855-815-GOLD. Hey, your friend Sean Hannity here. Every weekday starting at 2, I am live on FM 102.9 and AM 1310 News Talk KZRG. Tune in. Stay up to date.
It's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk KZRG.
Just before 7 in the a.m., Ted Bojorquez.
And Steve Scott.
And kind of darker weather today, huh?
Yeah, we got a chance of showers and thunderstorms today. Nothing severe is expected today. We're looking for a high of 72. More showers, more thunderstorms are possible tonight. Overnight low down to 62. Tomorrow, 74 with, you got it, more showers likely. Might even throw a few baths in there, too. You know, got to keep clean.
Got to keep clean, says
We're going to
Steve.
be talking to KZRG meteorologist Ken Boone at 7:25.
And coming up in less than 5 minutes at 7:05, your first code word for the day. When you hear the code word in less than 5 minutes, text it to 417-782-1310 for your daily shot at $100 cash. Go to newstalkkzrg.com. Click on the KZRG Quick Cash banner to get all the details.
The four states news, talk, and severe weather station. KZRG, KIXQ HD2, Joplin. A free service of Zimmer Marketing. It's 7 o'clock.
President Trump probably won't like this. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. The new hardline nuclear stance Iran is taking.
The supreme leader of Iran is saying that the enriched uranium inside the country must stay inside of Iran. This is a position they've held since the very beginning of all of these negotiations, and they're not budging on this as far as the Reuters reporting today. So we'll see how it complicates matters in these latest rounds of talks. The president still, though, hopes that Iran will come to a deal, but he's warning that he's willing to ditch this 6-week ceasefire and resume strikes if they give him the wrong answer.
Fox's Aisha Hasni at the White House. There's a new Fox News poll showing the number of Americans opposing U.S. military action in Iran has risen to 60%. Half say rising gas prices are a major problem, and citing that concern, Walmart issued a worse than expected financial forecast in its earnings report this morning. Also in that Fox poll, Trump approval has dropped just 39%, like the overall job the president is doing. A big-time Trump supporter hospitalized in California after an attack outside his controversial house.
The Escondido home has so many Trump flags and memorabilia, it's referred to by supporters and detractors alike as the Trump house. The owner in critical condition following the vicious beating outside the house.
Fox's Gary Baumgarten, a suspect's in custody, but Raul Castro is not yet. The acting U.S. Attorney General says they intend to arrest the now indicted 94-year-old Cuban leader. Fox's Madeline Rivera details the charges.
Conspiracy to kill U.S. nationals, destruction of aircraft, and murder. A superseding indictment states Cuban intelligence agents infiltrated a humanitarian organization, Brothers to the Rescue, back in the early 90s. Military officials allegedly then used this intelligence to shoot down 3 BTTR planes.
4 people were killed. America's listening to Fox News.
No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk KZRG. We're heading for a high of 72. Your complete forecast with KZRG meteorologist Ken Boone. Following sports, that'll be at 7:08. 57 in Neosho, 57 in Pittsburgh, 59 in Crestline, 59 in Joplin. FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310, and on your smart speaker, News Talk KZRG. They call it the Blue Envelope Program.
And Joplin police say it will improve communication between law enforcement officers and citizens, specifically those with communication barriers. Drivers with certain medical conditions can alert an officer of their situation by simply presenting them with this special blue envelope that is designed to hold your insurance, your registration, and your license. Again, this initiative simply aims to reduce anxiety and misunderstandings during traffic stops and emergencies. I'm Ty Albright, News Talk KZRG.
The Missouri Attorney General's office now suing a company that operates Bitcoin ATMs in the Show Me State.
The lawsuit claims GPD Holdings LLC, which operates Bitcoin ATMs, has been profiting from fraud and charging excessive fees at its cryptocurrency kiosks. Missouri Attorney General Catherine Hanaway says the fees are poorly disclosed, non-refundable, and difficult to trace, and have become an effective tool for scammers to use to fleece people. The machines can be found at over 140 locations across Missouri, in convenience stores, gas stations, liquor stores, and vape shops. Sue Danielson, Missouri Net.
A St. Charles County lawmaker calling for a special session to suspend Missouri's gas tax through the end of this year. Republican Tricia Burns says her plan would pause the state's 29.5 cent per gallon tax for 7 months a move expected to cost about $713 million. But with that, tax funding roads and bridges, how would the state make up the lost revenue?
We have plenty of money in general revenue, but MoDOT also has reserves as well. I would say let's go ahead and let MoDOT keep those reserves, and let's backfill that with general revenue.
Burns points to Missouri's roughly $1.65 billion in transportation reserves and nearly $5 billion in general revenue already directed to road projects in recent years as evidence that the state can cover the cost without impacting infrastructure. If you see news, text us at 417-782-1310, cloudy 59 at 704.
In Delaware County, Oklahoma, a man from Afton died in a crash at about 6:45 Tuesday morning. 70-year-old Stephen Pelcher was driving in a rainstorm when his vehicle ran off the right side of the State Highway 125. The vehicle came to a rest against a tree. That crash was investigated by the Oklahoma Highway Patrol.
KZRG News Time now, 7:05.
Your 7:05 code word is Thursday. Text the word Thursday to 417-782-1310 for your daily shot at $100 cash. Thursday is that 7:05 code word.
Sports fans, make your way to the campus of Missouri Southern this evening for Division II Softball Super Regionals. The Lions are going to be hosting the Broncos of Central Oklahoma in a best-of-3 series starting at noon today. The two will then play again tomorrow at 3 and 5 if necessary. Missouri Southern has not made it this far into the playoffs since 1992 when they actually won the World Series. Now with sports, here's Joe Morgan on News Talk KZRG.
In high school baseball, the Webb City Cardinals are headed to the Class 5 District 6 championship game. Webb City extended its incredible winning streak to 16 games on Wednesday, blanking Carl Junction 4-0 in the semifinals. Mason Young dominated on the bump, throwing a complete game, 3 hits, shutout with 6 strikeouts, while helping his own cause with an RBI sacrifice fly. The top-ranked Cardinals will battle Willard for the district crown this Friday at 6 p.m. The Royals fell to the Red Sox 4-3 last night, sunk by Jaron Duran opposite field 2-run homer in the 7th. Kansas City gets a day off today before starting a 3-game series in Seattle Friday night at 6:40. And the Cardinals are looking to bounce back after a tough 7-0 shutout loss to the Pirates. Spencer Horwitz homered and Connor Griffin racked up 4 hits for Pittsburgh. St. Louis wraps up their 3-game series today. Catch all the action on AM 1230 The Talker. Pre-game at noon, first pitch at 12:15. Sports is brought to you by Hickman Lawn and Landscape for professional lawn and landscape solutions in Webb City and Joplin. Choose the experts at Hickman Lawn and Landscape. Visit hickmanlawns.com. I'm Joe Morgan for News Talk KZRG.
Download the Zimmer Storm Center app today. It's free. It's available at your app store. I'm Steve Scott.
And I'm Ted Bojorquez.
Next news, 7:30, breaking news. As it happens, no one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk. KZRG. Now, KZRG meteorologist Ken Boone.
Here is your KZRG forecast. Cloudy and milder force here today with scattered showers and storms. High temperatures in the low part of the 70s. Showers, rumbles of thunder tonight, low 60s. Cloudy with a chance of showers and storms Friday. Highs tomorrow, low to mid 70s. I'm Ken Boone in the KZRG Storm Center.
Being top of mind in your industry is key. If you're not number 1, 2, or 3, then you're invisible to customers. Visit ZimmerMarketing.com today and let the experts help you stand out and be remembered. Zimmer Marketing, it just works.
KZRG Storm Tracker Radar is currently showing some minor showers, light rain, falling between Pittsburgh and Girard in Crawford County. More thunderstorms beginning to move into the western part of Crawford County. Parsons, you're about to get some more rain as well. The rain is all moving to the northeast. Nothing severe. We are not expecting any severe weather today. It is 57 in Neosho, 57 in Pittsburgh, 59 in Galena, 59 in Joplin. News Talk KZRG with 100 weather updates every 24 hours. KZRG News Time, 7:08.
We buy guns, oh yes. We buy guns, oh yes. We are the best, oh yes. We buy guns, oh yes.
This is Liberty Tree Guns, the best place to sell your firearms. Walk in with a gun. walk out with money.
We buy guns, oh yes, we buy guns, oh yes, we are the best, oh yes, we buy guns, oh yes.
Liberty Tree Guns. Across from Lowe's in Carthage. Or visit libertytreeguns.com to start your quote today.
We buy guns, oh yes, we buy guns, oh yes, we are the best, oh yes.
Dr. Collins and Associates are Missouri licensed general dentists. They are not licensed in Missouri as specialists in the advertised dental specialty of prosthodontics.
Your smile tells your story. It shows your confidence, joy, and resilience, and it deserves care from a team that understands just how important it is. With 47 years of experience, Mid-America Dental and Hearing Center knows that great dentistry isn't just about procedures. It's about trust, comfort, and results you can be proud of. And they believe high-quality care should never come at a price tag that keeps you away. If you've been waiting for the right time, the right team, or the right place, this is it. Your smile matters. Let's take care of it.
I'm Brian George, CEO of Mid-America Dental and Hearing Center, just off of I-44, Exit 44, and at midamericadental.com. Changing lives and making smiles at dental centers.
Our best for less in a day at Dental Center.
An official message from Medicare.
I turned 65 this year. I knew it was time to figure out Medicare, and I had questions, like when to enroll and how to enroll. So I went straight to the official source, Medicare.gov, to get the facts about Medicare. I found answers to all my questions, and I'm ready to get started. And so can you. Just go to Medicare.gov to get the real facts about Medicare.
Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Born on America's darkest day, 9/11/01, the Tunnel to Towers Foundation has been helping American heroes ever since. Heroes like FDNY Lieutenant Edward J. McDonough Jr. McDonough served at Ground Zero. He later lost his life to a related cancer. The Tunnel to Towers Foundation was able to honor his sacrifice by paying off the family's mortgage. Donate $11 a month, and you can amplify your impact with a car or land donation. Just go to their website, the letter T, the number 2, the letter T.org.
Radio infotainment live from the Downstream Casino Resort Studio. You're listening to News Talk KZRG. Depend on it. From Studio 1Z, with the latest news, commentary, and weather, it's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk KZRG.
Well, we're expecting showers and thunderstorms possible today. Mostly showers, though, this morning. And then the high today is going to be around 72. Now, tonight, more showers and thunderstorms possible. Cloudy with the overnight low down to 62. Mostly cloudy with a chance of mostly morning showers and thunderstorms tomorrow. The high tomorrow near 74. We're going to be talking to KZRG meteorologist Ken Boone. That'll be at 7:25 this morning. KZRG Storm Tracker radar right now showing some light rain. It is just between Girard and the Fort Scott or Pittsburgh area still. It's between Girard and Pittsburgh. There's some more coming into the western part of Crawford County and beginning to enter into Bourbon County in southeast Kansas. Nothing in Missouri as of this point, and we're not expecting any severe weather as the day goes on.
That's exactly right. And Steve had brought up that we'll be speaking with our meteorologist at 7:25, which is in fact a fact. Another fact for you is that at 8:10 this morning, we'll be speaking with Missouri's Lieutenant Governor David Weisinger. The Lieutenant Governor is sort of like the vice president of the state. So he'll be speaking with us live here on News Talk KZRG. We're going to be talking about the most recent legislative session that came to an end, along with one of the big controversies surrounding the Missouri State Senate. We'll explain what that controversy is and his take on it at 8:10 this morning. If you have questions for the second in command of the state of Missouri, you can text them to 417-782-1310. We'll be sure to get those questions to the Lieutenant Governor. Moving on from there, some really cool local upbeat news. You know, the news can be a little drag sometimes. It can be a little depressing, what with the assaults and the fires and the deaths and the murders and all that.
And the bombings.
And the economy and gas prices going back up and all that. It can be kind of sad. So we wanted to sort of break that up for you this morning and impose a message of hope. We have some good news for you today.
All right.
Yeah.
I love good news.
The Philanthropic Society of the Joplin Regional Community Foundation, better known as PHIL, announced the recipients of 4 grants totaling $200,000 to local organizations to help local causes, to help bolster the local community. Isn't that great?
That's fantastic. We need a cheer.
Yeah, hit that cheer button, Steve. Look at that. Now, this year, 4 local organizations got $50,000 each to help these local initiatives in 4 main areas. They want this PHIL organization, they want to help focus on fixing, making better the barriers to work and prosperity, child welfare and education, community health and safety, and housing affordability and homelessness. So, the 4 organizations that each got $50,000, one of them is the Aspire of Southwest Missouri. That money will be going to provide direct academic scholarships to single parents to help get books, help pay tuition, or other education-related costs and fees. Local parents helping them out, single parents. That's pretty darn cool, is it not?
I agree.
These are things that a lot of the people on the left go, oh, the government should be starting these, using taxpayer money to help these single parents get an education and all this stuff. And these are all really good and fine goals, but that's not really the role of the government. Here's an example of a local organization saying, yeah, that's not the role of the government. Mm-hmm. This is neighbors helping neighbors. We're not relying on Daddy Uncle Sam to give away our money to other people. This is an organization that fundraised, got money together to help these exact causes. I think that's exactly the way it should go. Another one of the organizations is called the Children's Haven of Southwest Missouri, and they're going to be using their $50,000 to provide direct services, community partnership coordination, and early onset stabilization efforts for local families facing housing or food insecurity. They're also going to be using that money to help caregivers and to help for certain child welfare service intervention programs as well.
Now, another receptionist group is going to be the Community Clinic of Southwest Missouri to expand existing mobile medical outreach to homeless or at-homeless shelters and high-need locations in the Joplin region with services including primary health care, mental health screenings, chronic disease management, basic vaccinations, and continuity of care navigation.
Yeah, there's also God's Resort, and this is sort of the last branch here. They'll be using their $50,000 to support helping pay for utility expenses within housing units for residents who are transitioning away from traditional government assistance but struggle with low wages and debt payments. So for families that desperately want to stop sucking on the teat of the government's welfare program, families that actually are legitimately trying to pull themselves up from their bootstraps but need a little more help and said, hey, we are tired of relying on the government. We are tired of relying on you, the taxpayer, to help us out. We are doing our best, but we need a little help to get over that line. Here is a private organization, a local philanthropic organization that's trying to fill that gap to offset the burden that taxpayers have. That is awesome. I think that's great news. That is the power of the American spirit, not relying on the government, and yet still helping neighbors. Super cool. Really exciting. And so I did just want to share that this morning. I thought it was a great upbeat news for you. All right. Much like news, we're immediately going to give you some whiplash and drop right down to some downbeat news.
All right. So we're now going to drop a beat.
I hope you enjoyed. I hope you had a little bit of hope because we're now going to crush that spark of hope.
Man, I was so happy with that last news, and now it's going to be bummer.
House Democrats now speaking out against a fellow Democrat congressional candidate in Texas. Now, I know this is Texas, and so, frankly, who cares? It's not here. But it does have some wider implications, and it's kind of an interesting story, so I wanted to share it with you this morning. There is a woman who is running as a Democrat to be a congresswoman in D.C. on behalf of the state of Texas. And her name is Maureen Galindo. And she had stated as part of her campaign that if elected, she will push to imprison American Zionists and imprison ICE officers.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. And here's the crazy news, is other Democrats are now speaking out against her, saying she does not represent us, she is not like us, we do not like her, or that messaging, we find that problematic.
Do you think the fellow Democrats are afraid they might not win elections if they relate to it?
Oh, yeah.
Really? Okay.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Not only are House Democrats speaking out against her, the individuals that are speaking out against her is, to me, the most shocking thing. AOC.
Really?
Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez from New York, one of the face of the left-leaning squad, as they call it. She is the face of far-left congressional ideology, and she is speaking out against this lady from Texas. That's how nutty this lady in Texas is.
Wow, it's hard to think somebody's nuttier than AOC.
And yet it's here. It is a pretty unfathomable reality, but it's here. AOC took to X where she said, this is absolutely disgusting in relation to this Democrat candidate statements. This is absolutely disgusting. This bigoted garbage and anti-Semitism should be nowhere near our politics. If you're in the Texas 35, vote for, and then the @ of that lady's opponent. And the donors behind the Republican super PAC funding her should be exposed, end quote. Now, I'm sure you're thinking, well, what does Republicans have to do with this?
Oh, well, the Democrats are blaming the Republicans for trying to mess up with their election.
Allegedly, what is happening, this according to the Democrats, is there is some masked, faceless Republican super PAC that is funding this total nut job on the left to try and get her to be the primary winner for the Democrats in that race. So that way, when it comes time for the real election, those voters will be faced with a pretty regular guy, i.e. a Republican, and then a complete nut job that thinks we should arrest American Zionists and imprison them, which would make her a fairly weak candidate by any normal person's standards, which would pretty much lock the win for Republicans. That's the theory that Democrats are floating out.
Now, I'm not saying that it's actually happening this time, but it kind of brings back memories of Rush Limbaugh whenever he was talking about Hillary Clinton and telling people what to do in the election. He called it Operation Chaos, which is along the same lines that you're just describing.
So it's not all that far-fetched that it might be happening.
No, it's not.
It very well could be, which is kind of crazy to me that you as a Republican could donate to the Republican Party to try and get Republicans elected, and they'll be using that money to fund far-left Democrat candidates that are pushing to imprison American Zionists.
Right, so that way it'll make it easier for the Republicans to win.
It's
allegedly.
a pretty high-risk venture, though, because what if Republicans don't win, and now we have a crazy lady that is trying to imprison Jews?
It was called Operation Chaos for a reason.
I suppose so. It's pretty chaotic. KZRG News Time 720.
And now, KZRG's Big Three, buzzing by thanks to Honeybee Tax Solutions on News Talk KZRG.
Number 3.
A former DOJ prosecutor charged with emailing confidential records tied to former special counsel Jack Smith's investigation into President Trump. The lawyer in question allegedly altered electronic file names of government records to conceal unauthorized transmission of those documents via a personal email account.
Number 2.
Missouri U.S. Senator Josh Hawley urging the Senate to pass a provision to the reconciliation package to rescue trafficked children. This is a follow-up to his effort to allocate $108 million to hire 200 child exploitation investigators.
Number 1.
Keeping it rolling, News Talk KZRG still giving away $100 cash every single weekday. Tune in every weekday at 7:05, 8:05, 12:05, and 4:05 for a code word. When you hear it, text it to 417-782-1310 to get in the daily drawing for $100. Go to newstalkkzrg.com for more information.
Now, the KZRG question of the day, brought to you by A to Z Supply.
What are your thoughts on President Donald Trump's proposed $1.7 billion legal defense fund for lawfare victims? We want to know. Coming up, a look at weekday weather in less than 5 minutes on News Talk KZRG.
Here is your KZRG forecast. Cloudy today with scattered showers and even storms. It'll be milder, but temperatures still below average. Highs low 70s. Cloudy tonight with scattered showers, even a few rumbles of thunder, low 60s. Cloudy Friday with scattered showers and storms. Highs tomorrow, low 70s. Warming up this weekend. Sunshine mixing in with the clouds for both Saturday and Sunday. Still about a 40% chance for a mainly late day shower or storm both Saturday and Sunday. Highs both afternoons around 80. I'm meteorologist Ken Boone in the KZRG Storm Center.
Julie from Van Beesler Greenhouse and Feed Store talks about their return to Joplin this spring.
We'll be there through the spring season with our beautiful plants at the Rock Yard at 8th and Schifferdecker in Joplin. You'll find our big, beautiful hanging baskets, our enormous Boston ferns, combination pots that we're calling drop-ins. We combine several different plants in a thin pot that you could take home and drop into your existing pots. You'll find our big, beautiful geraniums, all kinds of annuals, perennials. We do offer mower service, blade sharpening. Go ahead and get those in before we get too busy. If you're planting a garden for the first time, or maybe just have questions or frustrations about things you've tried in the past, please come talk to me. I love visiting with people about issues in their garden and becoming more successful.
Get everything you need for your lawn and garden at Van Beesler Greenhouse and Feed Store, just east of Pittsburgh on Highway 126, and now open at the Rock Yard, 8th and Schifferdecker in Joplin.
Mom!
Yeah?
Where does the bath drain go?
Why?
I was giving my favorite Lego man a bath, and he went down the drain. So I sent a guy in after him, and a guy after him, and now the water won't go down.
When you got a clog that can't be beat. When your shower water is above your feet. When you flush that bowl and it makes you frown.
Spring River makes that drain go down.
Hi, this is Nathan Terry. Let Spring River Drain and Sewer take the stress out of clogged pipes and backed up sewer lines. Whether it's toys, grease, roots, or years of buildup, our team has the tools and experience to clear the problem fast. And we do it right the first time. We charge flat rate pricing, not by the hour, so you know the price before we even show up. Call Spring River Drain and Sewer and get started on fixing your sewer or drains today. Schedule an appointment at springriverdrain.com, and remember,
Spring River makes that drain go down.
You don't need a holiday to make their day. Random flowers? Very sweet. Unexpected dinner date? A solid move. But a surprise from Como Jewelry? Now that's next level romance. Stop in just because. We've got the perfect little something to keep the sparks flying. Visit us in Pittsburgh or at our new Joplin store at 3401 North Range Line. Como Jewelry, your jeweler for a lifetime, and your partner in spontaneous romance.
Clay Travis here and Buck Sexton. Make your day better and come hang with us from 11 to 2 p.m. right here on News Talk KZRG. We talk news, politics, sports, and also some fun culture stuff too.
It's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk KZRG.
Good morning. I'm Steve Scott from News Talk KZRG, along with the one and only Ted Bajorquez, and joining us now live, KZRG meteorologist Ken Boone. Good morning, Ken.
Good morning. How are you guys?
Doing pretty good. KZRG Storm Tracker radar showing some light rain now, mostly in Crawford County around Girard and just to the north of Pittsburgh. And then there's more rain that's beginning to move into the western parts of Crawford County up into Bourbon County. But I'm not seeing anything severe this morning. Are we expecting anything possibly severe?
No, isolated at best from severe weather-wise. I think as we head through the day today, we're going to start to increase our chances to see showers and storms more across the area, with the best chance coming once we get after lunchtime and into this evening hour. But again, from a severe side, I think you got to be isolated at best. Well west of our area has a better chance of seeing severe weather today.
All right. Well, I've been looking ahead to the holiday weekend, and it looks like we've got at least a possibility of rain pretty much every single day. Are we expecting any washouts or just kind of nuisances?
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be a washout. I think as we get into the weekend, we're going to see some warmer temperatures. We're going to see a little bit more sunshine mixed in with the clouds, and that helps to warm us up. And I think the thunderstorms are going to be kind of that late day pop-up variety, especially for Saturday, Memorial Day. Sunday, we do have a front that's going to move through, so we might have a longer window where we could see some showers and storms maybe beginning earlier in the day. But at least I think for Saturday and Memorial Day itself, we're looking at more of a late day shower storm scenario Otherwise, partly sunny and warmer temperatures. We might actually see temperatures up around or even over 80 all 3 days.
All right. So what are we expecting overall for the next couple of days?
Sure. So we're going to see an increasing chance of showers and storms as we head through the day today. Temperatures climbing into low 70s, so a little milder than we were yesterday. Chance of showers and storms here tonight into tomorrow morning. By lunchtime tomorrow, I think we'll start to dry out a little bit. Low 60s tonight, mid-70s tomorrow. Sunshine mixing in. Saturday warming up, late day showers and storms around 80. Chance of showers and storms Sunday around 80, and then mainly late day storms possible on Memorial Day, right around or just over 80.
All right, excellent. Hey, thanks for that weather outlook. We appreciate it.
All right, you guys have a good day.
As to you, sir. We'll talk to you again soon. It's FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310, News Talk KZRG. Don't forget, Missouri's Lieutenant Governor David Weisinger will be joining News Talk KZRG at 8:10 this morning. If you have a question for the second in command of the Show Me State, feel free to text us at 417-782-1310 or leave us an open mic message. Coming up after the news in less than 10 minutes, $8 billion of your dollars could be going somewhere, and we'll tell you where. That's coming up next in less than 10 minutes at around 7:40 on News Talk KZRG. Good morning.
At 7:30, I'm Steve Scott.
And I'm Ted Pahorkes.
Here's what's trending on News Talk KZRG.
Iran Supreme Leader nuclear.
Cuban leader indicted.
A Democrat governor censured.
No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk KZRG. We're heading for a high of 72. Your complete forecast with KZRG meteorologist Ken Boone. Following sports, that'll be at 7:38. It's cloudy. It's 57 in Neosho, 57 in Pittsburgh, 59 in Carthage, 59 in Joplin. FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310. And on your smart speaker, News Talk KZRG.
Iran's Supreme Leader reportedly decreed that the country's nuclear material must not be sent abroad.
What should happen to Iran's stockpile of highly enriched uranium is one of the most contentious issues at the heart of negotiations to end the war. Reuters says Iran's Supreme Leader Ayatollah Mojtaba Khamenei has issued a directive that the near weapons-grade material must stay inside the country. The United States has been pushing for the uranium to be confiscated, with Israel's Prime Minister vowing to continue to fight until that happens. A ceasefire has been in place for weeks with no breakthrough in negotiations. Pakistani military officials are thought to be meeting Iranian leaders to help move talks along. Jonathan Savage, Fox News.
U.S. prosecutors are now saying Cuban leader Raul Castro is under indictment.
Now that a Miami federal grand jury is charging elderly former Cuban dictator Raul Castro for masterminding the killing of 4 U.S. civilian pilots during the 1996 Brothers to the Rescue mission, Cuban Americans wonder if he'll ever be brought to the U.S. for trial, like ousted Venezuelan leader Nicolas Maduro.
There's an arrest warrant issued for a reason, because we certainly expect and believe that Mr. Castro is entitled to his day in court right here in Miami.
Todd Blanche, the acting U.S. Attorney General. Cuban officials denounced the indictment, calling the act aggressive. President Trump has been using blockades of oil shipments to pressure the communist island for reforms. In Miami, Eben Brown, Fox News.
A Democratic governor now facing backlash from her own party.
Colorado Governor Jared Polis censured by his state's Democratic Party over his decision to release a high-profile election denier and Trump supporter from prison. The commutation of former county clerk Tina Peters' 9-year sentence for tampering with election equipment clears a way for the 70-year-old to be released as early as June 1st after serving fewer than 2 years. Polis defending his actions, saying her sentence was disproportionate for a first-time nonviolent offender. Critics say it sends the wrong message to those seeking to undermine trust in elections. The censure is largely symbolic, though it does bar Polis from speaking at events sponsored by his party. Lillian Wu, Fox News.
Cloudy, 59. It is 7:33. News Talk KZRG. Wildlife encroaching on a small town in southeast Kansas. Steve Smith has more.
In Chanute, Kansas, local authorities are advising residents to use caution following a reported bear sighting. Video of a black bear walking down a residential street was caught by a photographer and posted on Facebook. Now, if anyone sees a bear inside the city limits of Chanute or anywhere else, they should not approach the animal. Residents are being encouraged to immediately report the sighting by calling authorities at 620-431-5768. Steve Smith, News Talk KZRG.
Rescue trafficking children. Missouri U.S. Senator Josh Hawley is begging Congress to pass his effort to keep kids safe online.
This bill contains funding and directives for 200 new agents and investigators to go after child traffickers. From 7 to 200 new cops who can analyze those images, who can go after the traffickers, and who can go rescue children like Lisa. It also contains new funds for programs to bring together state and local and federal law enforcement to coordinate their efforts and to deploy them together into the field to rescue our children.
Hawley says that college football legend Tim Tebow helped advocate for these provisions. It's cloudy. It's 59. It's 7:35. If you see news, text us at 417-782-1310. News Talk KZRG. More life-saving devices. The Joplin PD just got a nearly $40,000 grant from Firehouse Subs to buy a load of AEDs, or automated external defibrillators. Officials say this will assist each Joplin police officer better protect and serve those in need.
American hero and hot dog savant Joey Chestnut will compete at the annual Nathan's Famous 4th of July hot dog eating contest, but it's under unusual circumstances.
When he takes to the stage on Coney Island for America's 250th birthday, he's going to be competing while on probation, according to court records. The 17-time Nathan's hot dog eating champion was sentenced to 180 days of probation after pleading guilty to a criminal misdemeanor charge of battery resulting from bodily injury. The incident happened March 21st in Hamilton County, Indiana, where the victim reportedly told police Chestnut hit him across the face with an open hand after the two exchanged a friendly handshake. Major League Eating, which oversees the competition, says Chestnut will not be disciplined. Gianna Gelosi, Fox News.
Hashtag free Chestnut now.
Okay, we'll free him. Hot dog. Now with sports, here's Joe Morgan on News Talk KZRG.
In high school baseball, the Webb City Cardinals are headed to the Class 5 District 6 championship game. Webb City extended its incredible winning streak to 16 games on Wednesday, blanking Carl Junction 4-0 in the semifinals. Mason Young dominated on the bump, throwing a complete game 3-hit shutout with 6 strikeouts, while helping his own cause with an RBI sacrifice fly. The top-ranked Cardinals will battle Willard for the district crown this Friday at 6 p.m. The Royals fell to the Red Sox 4-3 last night, sunk by Jaron Duran opposite field 2-run homer in the 7th. Kansas City gets a day off today before starting a 3-game series in Seattle Friday night at 6:40. And the Cardinals are looking to bounce back after a tough 7-0 shutout loss to the Pirates. Spencer Horwitz homered and Connor Griffin racked up 4 hits for Pittsburgh. St. Louis wraps up their 3-game series today. Catch all the action on AM 1230 The Talker. Pre-game at noon, first pitch at 12:15. Sports is brought to you by Hickman Lawn and Landscape. For professional lawn and landscape solutions in Webb City and Joplin, choose the experts at Hickman Lawn and Landscape. Visit hickmanlawns.com. I'm Joe Morgan for News Talk KZRG.
It's free at your app store. Download the Zimmer Storm Center app today. I'm Steve Scott.
And I'm Ted Bojorquez.
Next news at 8 o'clock. Breaking news as it happens. No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk KZRG. Now, KZRG meteorologist Ken Boone.
Here is your KZRG forecast. Cloudy today with scattered showers and even storms. It'll be milder, but temperatures still below average. Highs low 70s. Cloudy tonight with scattered showers, even a few rumbles of thunder, low 60s. Cloudy Friday with scattered showers and storms. Highs tomorrow, low 70s. Warming up this weekend. Sunshine mixing in with the clouds for both Saturday and Sunday. Still about a 40% chance for a mainly late day shower or storm both Saturday and Sunday. Highs both afternoons around 80. I'm meteorologist Ken Boone in the KZRG Storm Center.
KZRG Storm Tracker Radar showing some light to moderate showers right now, mostly in the western parts of Crawford County and Bourbon County, although there's still some rain just to the north of Pittsburgh and northeast of Girard. Also, there's some more rain now developing down around Veneta, Oklahoma, or just southwest of Veneta, Oklahoma. It could be moving into the Joplin area, possibly if it keeps going, within the next couple of hours. It is 57 in Neosho, 57 in Pittsburgh, 59 in Diamond, 59 in Joplin. News Talk KZRG with 100 weather updates every 24 hours. KZRG News Time going on 7:39.
For 100 years, Route 66 has been the mother road for adventure, and now Veneta, Oklahoma is throwing an unforgettable celebration. Don't miss the Route 66 Centennial Celebration, June 5th and 6th in Veneta, Oklahoma. Packed with live music, classic cars, hot air balloon rides, a Lego contest, and so much more. Bring your friends and family to Veneta and help kick off the party Friday night with food trucks and a street dance. Find a full list of events at Veneta's Route 66 Centennial Celebration on Facebook.
Lots of places can expose you to identity theft, but that's why LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second for threats to your identity, which is way more than anyone can do on their own. If they find anything suspicious, like new loans or changes in your financial accounts, they'll alert you right away, all through text, phone, email, or the LifeLock app. Get the alerts that can make all the difference. Save up to 30% off your first year with the promo code BECK. LifeLock.com, 800-LifeLock, 1-800-LifeLock, or LifeLock.com. Use the promo code BECK at LifeLock.com.
By texting 64,000, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from IQ Bar. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at eatiqbar.com/policy/terms of service.
Most protein bars are packed with sugar, carbs, and unpronounceable ingredients. There's a much better option. I'm Will, and I crafted IQ Bar plant protein bars with clean, functional, delicious ingredients to empower doers like you with superior brain and body fuel.
Now you can get 20% off all IQ Bar products plus free shipping when you text RADIO to 64,000. That's RADIO to 64,000.
It's your third belly laugh in under 10 minutes and the perfect slice of sunshine peering through the blinds while your kids tell the story of your spouse's attempt at making puppy dog pancakes. Spoiler alert, they look a lot more like lopsided bunnies. It's sitting on your brand new deck, pausing the rivalry and chaos of Monopoly with your best friends, and hearing even the cicadas get quiet when you share the big news we're expecting again. It's core memories, unforgettable and pure joy in a home that's the perfect backdrop to carefully curate each moment. Thanks to E.L. Marshall.
Hi, I'm Jackie with E.L. Marshall Construction. We're here to create your ideal space, from custom remodels to building your dream home from the ground up. Love your location but need more room? E.L. Marshall also specializes in seamless indoor or outdoor additions. Or maybe your home just needs a refresh. E.L. Marshall can elevate your living space with timeless design and lasting value. Learn more today at elmarshallconstruction.com. E.L. Marshall, building relationships brick by brick.
At Stanton Optical, you get the best value in eyewear. 2 pairs of glasses for just $79, plus a free eye exam and a free anti-glare lens upgrade. Whether you need a vision update that fits your budget or your awesome new look, that's value you can actually see. Don't expect that anywhere else. Book your eye exam online at StantonOptical.com or call 1-800-STANTON for same-day service. Smart, simple, Stanton.
If you run a small trailer, you know how it goes. It's rarely some big dramatic breakdown. It's the little stuff that adds up. A light goes out, brakes start getting soft, a bearing makes a noise, and sure, you could deal with it later, but later turns into lost time, missed jobs, and old equipment that's limping along. That's the gap Bennett's Truck and Trailer fills. Bennett's is a Dexter authorized dealer and your go-to source for Dexter parts, and they take your small trailer problems as seriously as you do, because those small problems aren't small for you. They're how you get the job done. From wiring and lights to brakes, hubs, and hard-to-find parts, Bennett's Truck and Trailer has exactly what you need to get it fixed and get you back on schedule fast. No waiting, no guessing, no trying to fix it yourself. Just dependable help when you need it. Done right the first time. That's the Bennett way. Roll into Bennett's Truck and Trailer shop on Thunder Road in Dinniweg or find them online at Bennett'sTruckTrailer.com. Bennett's Truck and Trailer. Maintenance done better the Bennett way.
The world moves fast, so tune in to me, Mark Levin, every weekday starting at 5 on News Talk KZRG for the latest news, politics, and commentary. You won't want to miss it.
From Studio 1Z, with the latest news, commentary, and weather, it's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk KZRG.
We're expecting a possibility of some showers and thunderstorms today. Nothing severe expected, though. Cloudy with a high near 72. Tonight, showers likely, possibly a thunderstorm, cloudy with the overnight low down to 62. Tomorrow, better chance of showers and thunderstorms. Mostly in the morning, mostly cloudy with the high near 74. Tomorrow night, chance of showers after 1 in the morning, cloudy during the early evening, then becoming partly cloudy with the low down to 59. Right now, it's one of those days where we've got some rain in the area. KZRG Storm Tracker Radar showing some rain up around the Crawford County and Bourbon County areas in southeast Kansas. Nothing severe. It is moving to the northeast.
Mm-hmm. Hey, also don't forget we're giving away $100 cash every single weekday. Here's how you can win it. Be tuned into news.kzrg at 7:05, 8:05, 12:05, and 4:05. And at those times, we will issue a code word. When you hear the code word, text it to 417-782-1310. And for every code word you text to us, your name will be put into the drawing. If you text us 3 code words that day, your name is in the drawing 3 times. If you text us 1 code word, your name is in 1 time. If you don't text us any of them, sorry, don't get to play. Then, the following morning at 6:40, we are going to be drawing a name from that little pool of names, and whoever's name we draw will be getting $100. Then we'll empty out the pool of names and restart the next day, every single weekday until we get bored. So, quite a while. KZRG News Time, 7:45. All right, a little bit of an update for you. $8 billion of your taxpayer dollars is going to a cause. And I'll tell you what that cause is.
Okay.
Madison Square Garden in New York will no longer be forced to relocate under a Penn Station redesign plan approved by the Trump administration and Amtrak just yesterday. The Trump administration is pledging $8 billion, billion with a B, basically to revamp this aging train hub in New York City to make sure that the basketball court doesn't have to move while doing it. Madison Square Garden. I mean, it's more than a basketball court, but it's a basketball court. It's for the Knicks, let's be honest. $8 billion. Now, this will be a full-blown overhaul of the nation's busiest commuter rail train station, which is a historic landmark. Now, and this makeover, along with this sort of, what does this facelift look like? What does it have? It will be reconstructing the grand entrance on 8th Avenue into a new train hall. It will be replacing cramped and how people describe decrepit walkways with open corridors. It will expand track capacity and add new retail stores within the train station. And it will also be able to keep Madison Square Garden linked to the Penn Station in New York. So that way, New Yorkers can get on a train and then go watch the Knicks games for $2,000 a ticket,
or WWE wrestling,
or WWE,
whatever.
Or I know the Rangers hockey team plays there too and stuff like that.
They have a lot of concerts there too.
Concerts as well. Yep, absolutely. New York Governor Kathy Hochul, who's a Democrat, by the way, suddenly found out that hey, maybe there is a cure for TDS. And maybe that cure is $8 billion of funding to my state.
Wonder when that'll run out, though.
Yeah, exactly. She applauded the news. She said, wow. Yep. She said, woohoo. She goes, all right, maybe this orange man ain't so bad after all. He's given my state $8 billion. Pfft, I kind of like him now.
For now.
Democrat Governor Kathy Hochul of the state of New York said, quote, to be successful, this project must accomplish 2 things. Number 1, dramatically improve the experience for every rider who passes through Penn Station, from an A train to the Alquila, which I guess is one of the lines, while protecting the record performance of the LIRR, which is the local union over there, the train workers union, and ensuring the costs are not borne by New York commuters or taxpayers. I will accept nothing less, unquote. Okay, well, first off, you are accepting something less because the cost of this is being borne by taxpayers, the federal taxpayers, so that doesn't make sense, but whatever. What are your thoughts on this? $8 billion going to the Penn Station.
Well, that's because it is moving a lot of people, and it's one of those situations where if they followed what the architects wanted to do of moving Madison Square Garden to another location, That's not good. So if they're able to keep it where it's at, that's really good and get the remodeling done.
Sure, yeah. I think it's a very fine idea. I think it's a great idea to allocate some federal money to help rebuild the Penn Station. And the reason why is it is an American landmark. It is Americana. When people think New York, that is one of the things they think. I think it's not, to be honest, this is a bit of a stretch, but it's no different than like any of our other American monuments, from the Washington Monument to the Golden Gate Bridge to the Penn Station. These are American monuments. I think the federal government does have a responsibility to tend to them and keep them upkept. So I have no problem expending federal money towards it. But here's where my problem does come in. Are you ready, Steve?
I'm ready.
The price tag. I'm fine with sending federal money, but $8 billion with the B. Keep in mind, this is the administration of cutting costs. This is the administration of getting the deficit down. We have the deal maker in chief himself in charge of this country, and the best deal he can get is $8 billion for this. I did some Googling. I was
Watch
curious.
Out, that could be habit forming for you.
I know. Oh, what? Doing research? That's we don't want to have that happen.
No, I mean Googling. It's one of those things. It's addictive.
Mm-hmm. It costs about roughly $1 billion to send a person to the moon. We could go to the moon 8 times for the same amount of money that it costs to rebuild one building.
Well, we're still going to spend the money to go to the moon anyway.
But just put it in perspective.
Okay.
We can go to the moon. We as human beings can travel to the moon 8 times for the same price tag to rebuild a single building in New York.
How many times could you fly all around the world?
Can we get a better deal is my point.
Yeah.
I mean,
sure.
Listen, I'm fine with rebuilding it. This isn't like no, it's a fine idea. I'm pro. Can the deal maker in chief get us a better deal as a taxpayer, as an American citizen who is all in on bringing the deficit down? A better deal than $8 billion to rebuild one train station? I mean, is that an unreasonable request in your opinion? I know it's old. I know it's big. I know there's a lot to it. But that's an insane amount of money.
It also moves a lot of people. Of course,
For
there's
sure.
a lot less people because they're all moving out of New York because of all the taxing.
That's all. That's everything you just said. I co-sign. Totally agree. The deal maker in chief, man. He's over there wheeling and dealing overseas. He's getting great deals done overseas from what he's telling us anyway. I would love to see that awesome power that he has to make deals applied domestically in, say, I don't know, rebuilding the Penn Station. Let's get a better deal than $8 billion of your and I's dollars.
Well,
$4 billion. Let's cut that in half.
Trump is kind of busy at the moment.
Can he be less busy? I mean, if he's so busy, then don't allocate $8 billion of our dollars until he's ready to make a deal. Like if an $8 billion deal, I'm too busy. Go ahead and just send out $8 billion. Now, let's focus up a little bit on some domestic things. That's my only complaint. It's my only complaint. Do you think that's unreasonable? Do you think that's unfair? Let me know. Leave us an open mic message on the KZRG app or text us at 417-782-1310. That being said, really quickly, as we alluded earlier, we did finally find the cure to TDS, Trump Derangement Syndrome, and it is just giving Democrats a bunch of money. $8 billion apparently buys their loyalty. So now we know the price tag.
But for how long?
Yeah, for how long? That's a good question. KZRG News Time 7:51.
And now, KZRG's Big Three, buzzing by thanks to Honeybee Tax Solutions on News Talk KZRG.
Number 3.
A former DOJ prosecutor charged with emailing confidential records tied to former special counsel Jack Smith's investigation into President Trump. The lawyer in question allegedly altered electronic file names of government records to conceal unauthorized transmission of these documents via a personal email account.
Number 2.
Missouri U.S. Senator Josh Hawley urging the Senate to pass a provision to the reconciliation package to rescue trafficked children. This is a follow-up to his efforts to allocate $108 million to hire 200 child exploitation investigators.
Number 1.
Keeping it rolling, News Talk KZRG is still giving away $100 cash every single weekday. Tune in every day at 705, 805, 1205, and 405 for a code word. When you hear it, text it to 417-782-1310 to get in the daily drawing for $100 cash. Go to newstalkkzrg.com for more info.
Now, the KZRG question of the day, brought to you by A to Z Supply.
What do you think about Trump's proposed $1.7 billion legal defense fund for lawfare victims? Multiply that by nearly 8, or I guess 4, and you get 1 Penn Station. What are your thoughts about Trump's proposed $1.7 billion legal defense fund for lawfare victims? Coming up in less than 5 minutes, your chance to win a complimentary taco, free chips and salsa from the award-winning Ghetto Tacos on News Talk KZRG.
Here is your KZRG forecast. Cloudy today with scattered showers and even storms. It'll be milder, but temperatures still below average. Highs low 70s. Cloudy tonight with scattered showers, even a few rumbles of thunder, low 60s. Cloudy Friday with scattered showers and storms. Highs tomorrow, low 70s. Warming up this weekend. Sunshine mixing in with the clouds for both Saturday and Sunday. Still about a 40% chance for a mainly late-day shower or storm both Saturday and Sunday. Highs both afternoons around 80. I'm meteorologist Ken Boone in the KZRG Storm Center.
Hinkle's Ace Hardware, they got what you need there.
Whoa, easy there, killer. Is that neon salmon with a side of 1970s lime? Your walls aren't just dated, they are crying for help. It's time to neutralize the situation at Hinkle's Ace Hardware. We've got the on-trend palettes that'll turn your fixer-upper into fixed it. Grab the designer-approved colors you see on TV, like the Benjamin Moore favorites used by Dave and Jenny Mars on Fixer to Fabulous, or the iconic Magnolia Home line from Fixer Upper. This is quality stuff, folks. We're talking fewer coats, less mess, and low-odor formulas that won't clear out the house. These coatings are built to last with stain resistance tough enough to handle a scrubbing from a busy household. Save time, save money, and finally stop squinting at those walls. Visit Hinkle's Ace Hardware in Webb City or our location just around the corner from Freeman Hospital in Joplin. Hinkle's Ace Hardware for people with ugly rooms.
Neighbors helping neighbors, Hinkle's Ace Hardware Store.
Gingrich Structures builds agricultural, commercial, and residential post-frame buildings designed to meet your needs. All built with superior craftsmanship and attention to every detail. From planning to completion, your local Gingrich Pro will guide you every step of the way, helping you create a custom post-frame building you can count on for years to come. Visit GingrichStructures.com to connect with your local Gingrich Pro and ask about the industry's only 5-year workmanship warranty. That's GingerICHStructures.com.
Not loving your AT&T or T-Mobile bill? Yeah, we've been hearing that a lot. Good news. Bring your AT&T or T-Mobile bill to Verizon and we'll give you a better deal. So get away from that unfortunate phone bill and get to Verizon. Run, ride, canoe. Whatever it takes, we'll be here. Bring your AT&T or T-Mobile bill to a Verizon store today and we'll give you a better deal on the best network. A better deal. No surprises. That's Verizon. Best network based on root metrics, best overall mobile network performance, U.S. second half 2025. All rights reserved. It must provide a recent consumer mobile bill and the name of the person redeeming the deal. Additional terms, conditions, and restrictions apply.
Staples presents That Was Easy.
So I was just at Staples. They're having a huge 40th anniversary sale.
40 years. Note to self, send flowers.
Up to 50% off. Save on chairs, paper, balloons, and more.
Balloons?
Yeah, Party City is now at Staples.
Surprise!
But the anniversary sale is only 2 weeks, so...
Quick, celebrate 40 years of savings at Staples with up to 50% off. Shop chairs, paper, break room supplies, and more. 2 weeks only in 523.
That was easy.
Shop Staples in-store, online, or on the app.
Hi, this is Katie with Tropical Tan. We are prepared to get you ready this summer with the lowest prices around. Come in now and get Membership Specials Plus membership discounts at time of enrollment. Be sure to stop in and check out our state-of-the-art equipment too. Our red light therapy is a must for getting your skin prepared for summer. In a relaxing 20-minute session, red light therapy will increase collagen production over your whole body while toning your skin and reducing the appearance of stretch marks and cellulite. If you're one of those who don't have time to get a relaxing tan but are in desperate need of color, you have to try our Versa Spa or Mystic HD Sunless Tanning Systems. Our Sunless Skincare booths will deliver immediate results without messy creams or drying yourself off. Don't wait. Get a jump start on that beautiful tan now. Plus, for a limited time, get 25% off your packages and bottled lotions. Call us today, 782-3900, or come see us at 705 Illinois Avenue in the Joplin Plaza Mall. Some restrictions may apply. Check us out on Facebook and TropicalTanJoplin.com.
Or the sun without all the sand. It's Tropical Tan.
The tough talk, the big issues, and nothing sugar-coated. Hi, this is Vince Colonnese. Join me right after Mark Levin at 8 on News Talk KZRG.
It's the KZRG Morning Challenge.
Just before 8, it's Ted Bojorquez.
It's Steve Scott.
And it's your chance to win a complimentary taco, free chips and salsa from the award-winning Ghetto Tacos.
To win it, be the first one on the phone with the correct answer to the question, 417-782-1310. 417-782-1310. Ted, what's the question?
Today's question is a little music history trivia for you. Here it is. What year did the Beatles make their debut on American television? 417-782-1310. The first time that Americans saw the Beatles on TV, what year was it? 417-782-1310. We all know it was before the 90s.
Yeah.
And we all know it was after the 50s.
And it was in the same theater that the Stephen Colbert show was in. Hello.
It's Monday.
It's Monday for me.
No, it's not. It's Thursday. 417-782-1310. What year were the Beatles first debuted on American television? News Talk KZRG, what is your guess?
Was it 65?
Ooh, no, not 65, but extremely close. 417-782-1310. What year did the Beatles make their debut on American television? 1965 was unbelievably close, but not correct. News Talk KZRG, what is your guess?
Hey, 1964.
That is exactly right. 1964. Who do we have here?
Bill Wiles.
Woo! Bill Wiles. What's your favorite radio station?
Oh, KZRG.
Oh, love to hear it, Bill. Love to hear it. Don't go anywhere, my good friend. We'll be with you in just a second, and you have just won a complimentary taco. Free chips and salsa from the award-winning Ghetto Tacos. Stay on the horn for us here, Bill. We'll be with you in a moment. Yeah, 1964.
Yeah, it was in the Ed Sullivan Theater on the Ed Sullivan Show. I knew that one.
Look at that. Very impressive with Steve Areno over there. Coming up in less than 5 minutes, your second code word for your daily shot at $100 cash with KZRG's Quick Cash on News Talk KZRG.
The four states news, talk, and severe weather station. KZRG, KIXQ HD2, Joplin. A free service of Zimmer Marketing. It's 8 o'clock.
Iran is taking a hard line that may cross President Trump's red line. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. The Supreme Leader reportedly unwilling to give up what the president calls nuclear dust. Days after the U.S. paused a plan to resume bombing Iran, trying to work out a deal.
What should happen to Iran's stockpile of highly enriched uranium is one of the most contentious issues at the heart of negotiations to end the war. Reuters says Iran's Supreme Leader Ayatollah Mojtaba Khamenei has issued a directive that the near weapons-grade material must stay inside the country. The United States has been pushing for the uranium to be confiscated, with Israel's Prime Minister vowing to continue to fight until that happens.
Fox's Jonathan Savage. Officials at the White House are pushing back, saying that Reuters report on the uranium is not true. Another vote expected today in the House, and maybe the Senate too, as Democrats keep trying to pass a war powers resolution to limit the president in Iran. Several attempts have failed so far. A Fox News poll shows 60% of Americans oppose military action against Iran. Half say surging gas prices are a major problem. Only 39% approve of the overall job the president is doing.
The polling also found 30% think the assassination attempt of the president at last month's White House Correspondents' Dinner was staged, with younger voters far more likely to be suspicious than seniors and white evangelicals.
Fox's Jessica Rosenthal, a former assistant U.S. attorney in Florida, facing charges related to special counsel Jack Smith, who led two Trump investigations, dropped after the former president was elected again. Carmen Lineberger is
charged with stealing confidential documents from the probe. This individual allegedly emailed a copy of them to her personal account, disguising it as a recipe for bundt cake. FBI Director Kash Patel writing on X that she is now charged with 4 felony counts, adding, quote, "This FBI will not hesitate to bring to account those who violated the trust of the American public."
I guess Fox's Carly Shimkus. America's listening to Fox News.
No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk. KZRG, we're heading for a high of 72. Your complete forecast with KZRG meteorologist Ken Boone. Following sports, that'll be at 8:08. It's cloudy, some rain in parts of the northern area of the KZRG listening area, having some rain right now. 59 in Neosho, 59 in Pittsburgh, 59 in Galena, 59 in Joplin. AM 1310, FM 102.9, 105.9, News Talk, KZRG. They call it the Blue Envelope Program.
The Joplin police say it will improve communication between law enforcement officers and citizens, specifically those with communication barriers. Drivers with certain medical conditions can alert an officer of their situation by simply presenting them with this special blue envelope that is designed to hold your insurance, your registration, and your license. Again, this initiative simply aims to reduce anxiety and misunderstandings during traffic stops and emergencies. I'm Ty Albright, News Talk KZRG.
The Missouri Attorney General's office now suing a company that operates Bitcoin ATMs in the state.
The lawsuit claims GPD Holdings LLC, which operates Bitcoin ATMs, has been profiting from fraud and charging excessive fees at its cryptocurrency kiosks. Missouri Attorney General Catherine Hanaway says the fees are poorly disclosed, non-refundable, and difficult to trace, and have become an effective tool for scammers to use to fleece people. The machines can be found at over 140 locations across Missouri, in convenience stores, gas stations, liquor stores, and vape shops. Sue Danielson, Missouri Net.
A St. Charles County lawmaker is calling for a special session to suspend Missouri's gas tax through the end of the year. Republican Tricia Burns says her plan would pause the state's 29.5-cent per gallon tax for 7 months, a move expected to cost about $713 million. But with that tax funding roads and bridges, how would the state make up the lost revenue?
We have plenty of money in general revenue, but MoDOT also has reserves as well. I would say let's go ahead and let MoDOT keep those reserves, and let's backfill that with general revenue.
If you see news, text us at 417-782-1310. It is 59 with clouds at 8:04 News Talk KZRG.
Data centers are becoming a growing issue in communities across Missouri, and local leaders are taking notice. The Missouri Association for Counties is planning a data center summit sometime next month. Executive Director Steve Hobbs says this has become a nationwide issue.
There's a lot of chatter out there about water usage with these facilities, electrical uses. Is it going to raise our electric rates? We're bringing in a gentleman from Virginia who has over 200 data centers in his county alone.
KZRG News Time now, 8:05.
Your 8:05 code word is sports. Text the word sports to 417-782-1310. SPORTS, sports.
Memorial Day is coming up on Monday. In Neosho, the American Legion Post number 163 and VFW Post number 4142 are going to be holding a joint program. It starts at 10 o'clock in the morning. The VFW Post at the Big Flag at Highway 60 and 59. Virgil Alcorn of the Neosho American Legion and VFW says everyone is invited.
We want the public to come, not just veterans, the public, because the last 2 years we've seen a little bit of public come, but we're encouraging the public to come this year and any following year too.
The program will include multiple speakers, a presentation on the American flag, a flag ceremony, and the playing of taps. Now with sports, here's Joe Morgan on News Talk KZRG.
In high school baseball, the Webb City Cardinals are headed to the Class 5 District 6 championship game. Webb City extended its incredible winning streak to 16 games on Wednesday, blanking Carl Junction 4-0 in the semifinals. Mason Young dominated on the bump, throwing a complete game, 3 hits, shutout with 6 strikeouts, while helping his own cause with an RBI sacrifice fly. The top-ranked Cardinals will battle Willard for the district crown this Friday at 6 p.m. The Royals fell to the Red Sox 4-3 last night, sunk by Jaron Duran opposite field 2-run homer in the 7th. Kansas City gets a day off today before starting a 3-game series in Seattle Friday night at 6:40. And the Cardinals are looking to bounce back after a tough 7-0 shutout loss to the Pirates. Spencer Horwitz homered and Connor Griffin racked up 4 hits for Pittsburgh. St. Louis wraps up their 3-game series today. Catch all the action on AM 1230 The Talker. Pre-game at noon, first pitch at 12:15. Sports is brought to you by Hickman Lawn and Landscape. For professional lawn and landscape solutions in Webb City and Joplin, choose the experts at Hickman Lawn and Landscape. Visit hickmanlawns.com. I'm Joe Morgan for News Talk KZRG.
It's free at your app store. Download the Zimmer Storm Center app today. I'm Steve Scott.
And I'm Ted Pahorkes.
Next news, 8:30 breaking news as it happens. No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk. KZRG. Now, KZRG meteorologist Ken Boone.
Here is your KZRG forecast. Cloudy and milder force here today with scattered showers and storms. High temperatures in the low part of the 70s. Showers, rumbles of thunder tonight, low 60s. Cloudy with a chance of showers and storms Friday. Highs tomorrow, low to mid 70s. I'm Ken Boone in the KZRG Storm Center.
Being top of mind in your industry is key. If you're not number 1, 2, or 3, then you're invisible to customers. Visit ZimmerMarketing.com today and let the experts help you stand out and be remembered. Zimmer Marketing, it just works.
KZRG Storm Tracker Radar is showing some rain, scattered light rain, mostly now in the western half of Crawford County and southwestern to western half of Bourbon County in southeast Kansas. It is moving to the northeast. There's another batch of rain that's beginning to move into Craig County in northeast Oklahoma. Could possibly affect the Miami and Joplin area within the next 1 to 2 hours. It is cloudy. It's 59 in Neosho, 59 in Pittsburgh, 59 in Carl Junction, 59 in Joplin. News Talk KZRG with 100 weather updates every 24 hours. KZRG News Time now, 8:09.
It started out small, a missed word here, a repeated sentence there, turning the TV up just a little more. But those little moments add up to missed conversations, strained relationships, and a disconnect from the world around you. It's time to reconnect and re-engage with your life and loved ones with hearing aids from Mid-America Dental and Hearing Center. Mid-America Hearing Center believes the first step should be easy and pressure-free, so they offer free, comprehensive hearing exams and cognitive screenings, so you can find out how your hearing is affecting you and how you can improve it starting now. And if you do need hearing support, they won't stop at fitting you with technology. They provide continued aftercare and testing to make sure your hearing aids are working exactly as they should. Don't miss another moment. Mid-America Hearing Center, just off I-44 on exit 44 and at midamericahearing.com.
Best for less in a day. Mid-America Hearing Center.
An official message from Medicare.
I turned 65 this year. I knew it was time to figure out Medicare, and I had questions, like when to enroll and how to enroll. So I went straight to the official source, Medicare.gov, to get the facts about Medicare. I found answers to all my questions, and I'm ready to get started. And so can you. Just go to Medicare.gov to get the real facts about Medicare.
Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Now, this 25th anniversary of 9/11, the Tunnel to Towers Foundation remains committed to honoring the heroes shaped by that day. Heroes like NYPD Detective Victor Vargas, a U.S. Air Force veteran who died from pancreatic cancer after serving in the World Trade Center recovery efforts. Tunnel to Towers honored Detective Vargas by paying off the family's mortgage. You can donate $11 a month, and you can amplify your impact with a car or land donation. Go to their website, the letter T, the number 2, the letter T.org.
The latest is always heard on News Talk KZRG. Broadcasting from the Downstream Casino Resort Studio, this is News Talk KZRG. From Studio 1Z, with the latest news, commentary, and weather, it's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk KZRG.
It's FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310, News Talk KZRG. Joining us live here on News Talk KZRG is Missouri's Lieutenant Governor David Weisinger. Lieutenant Governor, thanks for being here today.
I appreciate it. I had a little bit of a late night last night. I went to a Missouri Right to Life dinner last night. They had over 1,100 people in St. Charles County to support this Amendment 3 that's going to be on the ballot this year. So we had a huge turnout at the Missouri Right to Life function. So we're trying to get the word out about vote yes on Amendment 3. So I was at a very big dinner. Riley Gaines, the NCAA swimmer.
Yeah.
That she get beat by a man. She was the keynote speaker. She did a nice job. She's a very, very nice person. She had her husband, and they just had a little baby. He was there too. So it was a neat dinner.
Oh, that's super fun. Missouri Lieutenant Governor David Weisinger, something that I wanted to talk to you about this morning, something we've been talking to a lot of local legislators about, and that is the last Missouri legislative session. It just recently came to an end, and I kind of wanted to get your postmortem analysis on how it went.
I've been asked that question. I think you asked me to grade me the session. I think the session is incomplete, and for this reason. The Missouri legislature got through several issues, but they have to be voted on by the Missouri voters yet. So the heavy lifting is going to be done this year. I just gave you an example of Amendment 3, the pro-life issue. You've got redistricting. The income tax issue was passed by the legislature, but it still needs to be voted on by Missourians. We have initiative petition reform, which went through the legislature, but still needs to be voted on this year by our great residents of the state of Missouri. So really, the grade is incomplete. If you ask me in December after the November election, I'll be able to give you a firm grade as to whether or not this thing was an A or an F. I mean, it really the heavy lifting needs to be done by the Missouri voters this year, and there are just a lot monumental issues that are going to be on the ballot this year. And it's a weird election year because there's no U.S. Senate race. That happens once every 12 years. So you have a lot of these big ballot initiatives that went through the legislature that need to be looked at and voted on by Missouri voters. And really, your show and others need to be educated as to what they are.
Yeah, that's an interesting take on the legislative session, Missouri Lieutenant Governor David Weisinger. This idea we don't want to count our chickens before they hatch. There's still a lot of work that the Missouri voters now have to do to make some of these things come to fruition, right?
That's exactly right. And there's, again, several big issues on the ballot this year that we have gone through. The income tax, received a lot of attention. This still has to be voted on. As I said, Amendment 3, the pro-life initiative needs to be voted on. Redistricting will be on the ballot. Initiative petition reform will be on the ballot. There's just several huge issues that are going to be on the ballot that we'll see how it plays out over the course. We'll know more by December of this year.
Yeah. It's Missouri Lieutenant Governor David Weisinger here on News Talk KZRG. Lieutenant Governor, something else I wanted to pick your brain on. It's a continuing controversy regarding the Missouri State Senate, which of course you oversee, and that is the idea of live streaming those senatorial proceedings. Can you briefly explain this controversy and give us your take on it?
I can. So Missouri Senate is one of two legislative bodies in the country that does not live stream and provide transparency as to what's taking place in the Senate chamber. So it's a race to the bottom. Will we be the last legislative body in the country to allow Missourians to see what's taking place in the Senate chamber? So I've pushed this issue. I think it's got some momentum. It came out on the Senate floor. Senator Mike Moon brought it out on the Senate floor. There was a vote to table it, and the vote was 12-11 to table it and push it down the road. It's frustrating. They don't want change in the Missouri State Senate, but we're going to have a lot of new senators, including, in Southwest Missouri, there's going to be some elections taking place. So when you see a Senate prospective candidate on the campaign trail, I think a good question, or if they come on your radio show, where are you on this transparency issue? I think this time next year we'll have live streaming in the Senate. Will provide some transparency. And once you have that, I think it's going to lead to a lot of additional rule changes, because you'll see some of the insanity that I have to see every day that takes place in the Missouri State Senate. Can I give you an example of what happened last week?
Please.
So every day you've approved the journal from the prior day. It's called, like approving the minutes. So it's called the Senate Journal. It should take 15 seconds, 30 seconds. The motion to approve the journal, you call it. Last week, somebody objected because the journal reads President Weisinger presiding. They objected and said it should say President David Weisinger presiding. They debated. They debated that for 4 hours.
Oh my!
I kid you not. So if we had some live streaming, you would be able to witness some of what I witnessed, and I think it would put a stop to what's taking place on the, in the Senate chamber, and I think it would make it a more efficient and productive place. I think it's going to lead to additional rule changes. But I'll tell you, they really don't like change, and they like the way things have always been done in Jefferson City, because you know what, the lobbyists, special interests, they're doing real well, but as I say, the forgotten man and woman in Missouri is not doing so well.
Yeah. It's Missouri Lieutenant Governor David Weisinger here on News Talk KZRG. Lieutenant Governor, sticking with this topic, we had spoken with a local lawmaker not too long ago about this very issue, and a possible problem they brought up, a concern that they brought up, was the idea of if it is live streamed, if the state Senate proceedings are live streamed, people might be able to take that footage and sensationalize it. They might be able to take clips out of context or screenshot a moment when a senator is looking down, and then it makes it look like they're sleeping during a session or something, and sort of lambast them in that way. Is that a concern that you have with the idea of live streaming, or do you think that that is not a valid issue?
I don't think that's valid. The argument will be made they're going to start grandstanding on the Senate floor. But there are already cameras in the Senate chamber, so they're filming the proceedings. It's just that the public is not allowed to see that. The only person that's allowed to get that video is the senator that's been filmed. So they will go out, if they're looking good that particular day, they'll ask for that clip, throw it on social media, fundraise off it, so the grandstanding is already taking place. What you're not allowed to do if they're not looking so good, you have to go through steps, including a sunshine request. It's just a major league headache to try to get that video. So the grandstanding is already taking place because there's already cameras in the Senate chamber. It's just the public's not allowed to see it, and they don't live stream it. So I think that's a red herring if somebody's pushing that issue.
Mm-hmm. It's Missouri Lieutenant Governor David Weisinger on KZRG. Lieutenant Governor, shifting gears on you here, I want to talk about H-1B visas. Now, this is the type of visa, for those listening that might not know, that temporarily allows foreigners to work in the United States legally so long as they possess what is deemed to be highly specialized skills or knowledge. Now, I know that this is a controversial thing on the national stage, but it's also a big issue on the state stage in Missouri. Tell us about it.
Yeah, it's a hot issue. It's almost as hot as illegal immigration. So what they're doing is bringing in these low-cost laborers. You will have it in the farming industry, where they bring in these illegals to do produce. Well, they're doing it in the tech industry as well. So somebody flagged to me the University of Missouri was advertising for a strategic communications person for an H-1B, meaning they're probably going to be coming from Pakistan or India. Of all places, University of Missouri has the best journalism school in the country. Surely we can find a journalism or a strategic communications person. So I flagged that, put it on social media. Within an hour or two, the president of the university called me. I guess he was had flagged it and been getting calls on it. He acknowledged, I think it was a misstep on their part. I think they rectified that situation. But then they had also advertised for other H-1B jobs. I noticed that I think they pulled all those. And the reason is we need to review every entity that receives a dime of state money, whether it's contractors, grantees, nonprofits, make sure they're not abusing this H-1B program and displacing, hardworking Missourians who are ready, willing, and able to do these jobs. If they're taking Missouri tax dollars, they need to hire Missouri workers.
Yeah. It's Missouri's Lieutenant Governor David Weisinger here on KZRG. Lieutenant Governor, we've taken a lot of your time, but really briefly here, if you don't mind, we had a question from Chris. Chris texted us at 417-782-1310. He said, question for the Lieutenant Governor. Quote, how will Missouri's possible repeal of the state income tax be less disastrous than Kansas's income tax repeal, end quote. Do you have a thought on that?
Well, I think it's been better thought out. It's graduated, but in all candor, I think we need to figure out how we're going to back. No one wants to pay income tax. I don't want to pay income tax. I think the Republican Party needs to do a better job of how we're going to backfill and the displaced revenues from doing that. I think that hopefully that messaging will be better, and we'll be able to do that over the next month or two, certainly prior to getting on the ballot.
Yeah. Missouri Lieutenant Governor David Weisinger, thank you very much for joining us this morning.
Always a pleasure. All right. Thanks for having me.
As to you, sir. We'll talk to you again soon. That was the Lieutenant Governor of the state of Missouri here on News Talk KZRG. KZRG News Time, 8:21.
And now, KZRG's Big Three, buzzing by thanks to Honeybee Tax Solutions on News Talk KZRG.
Number 3.
A former DOJ prosecutor has been charged with emailing confidential records tied to former special counsel Jack Smith's investigation into President Trump. The lawyer in question allegedly altered electronic file names of government records to conceal unauthorized transmission of these documents via a personal email account.
Number 2.
Missouri U.S. Senator Josh Hawley urging the Senate to pass a provision to the reconciliation package to rescue trafficked children. This is a follow-up to his effort to allocate $108 million to hire 200 child exploitation investigators.
Number 1.
Keeping it rolling, News Talk KZRG is still giving away $100 cash every single weekday. Tune in every weekday at 7:05, 8:05, 12:05, and 4:05 for a code word. When you hear it, text it to 417-782-1310 to get in the drawing for that $100 cash. Go to newstalkkzrg.com for more information.
Now, the KZRG question of the day, brought to you by A to Z Supply.
What do you think about Trump's proposed $1.7 billion legal defense fund for lawfare victims? We want to know. Go to KZRG's Facebook page or text us at 417-782-1310. Coming up, Kim Commando and technology in less than 5 minutes on News Talk KZRG.
Here is your KZRG forecast. Cloudy today with scattered showers and even storms. It'll be milder, but temperatures still below average. Highs low 70s. Cloudy tonight with scattered showers, even a few rumbles of thunder, low 60s. Cloudy Friday with scattered showers and storms. Highs tomorrow, low 70s. Warming up this weekend. Sunshine mixing in with the clouds for both Saturday and Sunday. Still about a 40% chance for a mainly late day shower or storm both Saturday and Sunday. Highs both afternoons around 80. I'm meteorologist Ken Boone.
Good morning, everyone. Sorry that we haven't been super talkative with you guys this morning. We've had a lot of technical issues, so we have been trying to fix that. So we apologize. Missed a lot. I know Jody was here. Terry was here. Mama Austin is here. Good morning. Mary, good morning. Mary said $8 billion is way too much. I agree. It's just a lot. It just seems a little bit too much. There's a tiny little gas station in Tiff City, Mo, that has managed to keep gas prices below 4. Oh, that's cool. Good for them.
Okay.
Shout out to you, Mama Austin, for being on the hunt, helping us out, get some good gas prices.
Car Wash, you're in control. Just drive in, brake, and move forward. No more worrying about whether or not you're on the rail correctly or whether you're going to fall off halfway through. Just an easy do-it-yourself peace of mind that you get with Hurricane Car Wash. Make it even easier on yourself when you download the Hurricane Car Wash app for free. Services like hand bays, autos, dog washes, and vacuums can all be paid for on the app. Just add the credit card info and use the services a la carte as you need them. Affordable convenience right at your fingertips with the Hurricane Car Wash app. They have 2 locations in Carthage and 1 in Webb City, and it works at all 3 locations. Download the app now for your next car wash and go off the rails in the best way possible. Visit hurricanecarwash.net for details. Hurricane Car Wash, your hometown car wash.
If you run a small trailer, you know how it goes. It's rarely some big dramatic breakdown. It's the little stuff that adds up. A light goes out, brakes start getting soft, a bearing makes a noise, and sure, you could deal with it later, but later turns into lost time, missed jobs, and old equipment that's limping along. That's the gap Bennett's Truck and Trailer fills. Bennett's is a Dexter authorized dealer and your go-to source for Dexter parts, and they take your small trailer problems as seriously as you do, because those small problems aren't small for you. They're how you get the job done. From wiring and lights to brakes, hubs, and hard-to-find parts, Bennett's Truck and Trailer has exactly what you need to get it fixed and get you back on schedule fast. No waiting, no guessing, no trying to fix it yourself. Just dependable help when you need it. Done right the first time. That's the Bennett way. Roll into Bennett's Truck and Trailer shop on Thunder Road in Denneweg or find them online at bennettstrucktrailer.com. Bennett's Truck and Trailer. Maintenance done better the Bennett way.
You've got the logo, the brand colors dialed in, a Facebook page that doubles as your company's website. So why aren't more people choosing your new business? If you're at the starting line of a brand new business, stop asking, where do I start? Or how do I grow? And reach out to the branding experts at Zimmer Marketing. We'll capture professional headshots, craft a uniquely curated logo, create a fully functional and engaging website, and we'll make sure people think of you as the top 1, 2, or 3 in your industry. That means the next time your audience is looking for their next option, when they're looking for a legitimate business that checks all the boxes, we'll make sure they see you as the option. We'll help you stand out. We'll help you be unforgettable. We'll help you plan for the future and secure an expanding market share through proven strategies and advertising solutions. Are you ready for a real marketing strategy with measurable results? Get started today with a branding system that works at ZimmerMarketing.com. Zimmer Marketing. It just works.
Ransomware hackers have changed the rules. Since more companies and individuals are saying, no thanks, we're not paying, the crooks are switching tactics. I'm Kim Commando for WebRoot. WebRoot Essentials Antivirus protects your devices without slowing you down. Right now, get 62% off at webroot.com/Kim. Instead of locking your files, ransomware hackers steal them first and then threaten to leak your most sensitive data if you don't cough up the cash. Forget frozen spreadsheets. They're going after your secrets, your emails, videos, contracts, medical info, chats, and anything to embarrass you or wreck your business. And they're not bluffing. Some groups are setting up public leak sites to shame you into paying. So here's what you need to do. Back up your files to an external hard drive. That way you can restore without paying a dime. Most ransomware sneaks in through old vulnerabilities. Keep everything updated. Be careful clicking any links in any email or direct messages. You just have to be smarter than that. Sign up for my free newsletter right now at getkim.com. I've tried a lot of antivirus software over the years, and when something better comes along, I switch. That's why I've moved to WebRoot Essentials. WebRoot Essentials is a cloud-based AI-powered antivirus app that was designed to evolve with today's threats. It's fast, lightweight protection that works across all my devices without slowing me down. If you need another reason to switch, get this. WebRoot Essentials recently ranked #1 in independent Passmark performance studies against 9 other brands, like Norton, McAfee, and even Microsoft Defender. The study found that WebRoot Essentials scans 6 times faster, uses far less memory, and takes up 33% less space on your computer. I've seen the difference WebRoot has made for my devices, and now you can too. My listeners get 62% off WebRoot Essentials at webroot.com/Kim. Get the #1 ranked antivirus protection for just $19 a year right now at webroot.com/Kim. webroot.com/Kim. Go now while you're thinking about it. webroot.com/Kim.
Join me, Clay Travis, and my good friend Buck Sexton weekdays starting at 11 on FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310, News Talk, KZRG.
At 8:30, I'm Steve Scott.
And I'm Ted Bojorquez.
Here's what's trending on News Talk, KZRG.
Weekly jobless claims.
U.S.-Iran negotiations.
Trump documents arrest.
No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk. KZRG. We're heading for a high of 72. Your complete forecast with KZRG meteorologist Kim Boone following sports. That'll be at 8:38. It's cloudy. There is some rain in parts of the area. It is 59 in Neosho, 59 in Pittsburgh, 59 in Galena, 59 in Joplin. AM 1310, FM 102.9, 105.9, News Talk, KZRG.
Well, there's still not much change in the number of people signing up for unemployment.
Despite reports of large layoffs by tech companies, the number of people applying for unemployment benefits for the first time remains little changed. New claims declined by 3,000 last week to 209,000. Continuing claims, those remaining on benefits, rose by 6,000 to 1.78 million in the week ending May 9th. The weekly jobless claims number is not a surprise. Economists were anticipating 210,000 after the strong April employment report. Janiko Selda, Fox News.
The Trump administration reportedly awaiting Iran's response to the latest peace proposal from the United States. Ashley Webster telling News Talk KZRG.
Shuttle diplomacy certainly in high gear now as Washington and Tehran try to hammer out a peace deal that both sides can agree on, of course. But in the middle of all of this is Pakistan, the country's interior minister in Tehran to help mediate the peace talks. And Pakistan's army chief also expected to join those discussions. Iranian leaders are reviewing Washington's latest counter-peace position, and state media in Tehran claims the U.S. is offering sanctions relief. President Trump says no way. That is simply not true. The president says he could wait a few days to, quote, get the right answers, but he's also willing to resume attacks on the country.
Boy, Ashley Webster's voice got real deep there, huh?
Actually, that was Jonathan Hunt.
You don't say.
No, don't.
A former official with the Department of Justice will now herself be prosecuted for allegedly taking confidential records connected to the special counsel investigation into President Donald Trump.
The U.S. Justice Department is charging one of its former prosecutors with obstructing justice, concealing and stealing government records, all tied to the now-abandoned prosecution of President Trump by former special counsel Jack Smith. 62-year-old Carmen Mercedes Lineberger of Port St. Lucie, Florida, a former assistant U.S. attorney, is accused of altering file names of documents related to the special counsel's case and sending them to her own personal email accounts. Those documents had already been blocked for release by a judge. Lineberger is pleading not guilty. In Miami, Eben Brown, Fox News.
It is cloudy. It is 59. It is now 8:33. News Talk KZRG.
More life-saving devices. The Joplin Police Department just got a nearly $40,000 grant from Firehouse Subs, of all places, to buy a load of AEDs, also known as automated external defibrillators. Officials say this will assist each JPD officer to better protect and serve those in need.
Wildlife encroaching on a small town in southeast Kansas. Steve Smith has more.
In Chanute, Kansas, local authorities are advising residents to use caution following a reported bear sighting. Video of a black bear walking down a residential street was caught by a photographer and posted on Facebook. Now, if anyone sees a bear inside the city limits of Chanute or anywhere else, they should not approach the animal. Residents are being encouraged to immediately report the sighting by calling authorities at 620-431-5768. Steve Smith, News Talk KZRG.
If you see news, text us at 417-782-1310. Cloudy, it's 59. It's 8:34. News Talk KZRG. Missouri college students could soon be seeing higher tuition cost.
The University of Missouri Board of Curators meets this afternoon to consider a 4% tuition increase for undergraduate students across all 4 campuses. If approved, the increase would take effect this fall, adding roughly $16 to $21 per credit hour, depending on the campus, including about $287 more per semester hour at MU in Columbia. Matt Pilger, Missouri Net.
Well, an early internet video that drove millions of people absolutely nuts is now being preserved as digital history.
The looping cartoon Badger, Badger, Badger has officially been added to the British Film Institute's National Archive. The animated clip featuring dancing badgers, mushrooms, and a screaming snake first hit the internet in 2003 before YouTube even existed and became one of the web's earliest viral hits. The simple flash animation spread through emails, blogs, and office computers around the world. It now joins other archived internet classics, including Charlie Bit My Finger, as the Institute works to preserve videos that helped shape online culture. Matt Murphy, Fox News.
You know what's really sad, Ted?
What's that?
If you were just to get that video from the internet now, you couldn't play it because it's Flash, and they don't have Flash available anymore. Burr, burr, burr. Now with sports, here's Joe Morgan on News Talk KZRG.
In high school baseball, the Webb City Cardinals are headed to the Class 5 District 6 championship game. Webb City extended its incredible winning streak to 16 games on Wednesday, blanking Carl Junction 4-0 in the semifinals. Mason Young dominated on the bump, throwing a complete game, 3-hit shutout with 6 strikeouts, while helping his own cause with an RBI sacrifice fly. The top-ranked Cardinals will battle Willard for the district crown this Friday at 6 p.m. The Royals fell to the Red Sox 4-3 last night, sunk by Jaron Duran opposite field 2-run homer in the 7th. Kansas City gets a day off today before starting a 3-game series in Seattle Friday night at 6:40. And the Cardinals are looking to bounce back after a tough 7-0 shutout loss to the Pirates. Spencer Horwitz homered and Connor Griffin racked up 4 hits for Pittsburgh. St. Louis wraps up their 3-game series today. Catch all the action on AM 1230 The Talker. Pre-game at noon, first pitch at 12:15. Sports is brought to you by Hickman Lawn and Landscape. For professional lawn and landscape solutions in Webb City and Joplin, choose the experts at Hickman Lawn and Landscape. Visit hickmanlawns.com. I'm Joe Morgan for News Talk KZRG.
Download the Zimmer Storm Center app today. It's free. It's available at your app store. I'm Steve Scott.
And I'm Ted Pahorkes.
Next news, 9 o'clock, breaking news as it happens. No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk KZRG. Now, KZRG meteorologist Ken Boone.
Here is your KZRG forecast. Cloudy today with scattered showers and even storms. It'll be milder, but temperatures still below average. Highs low 70s. Cloudy tonight with scattered showers, even a few rumbles of thunder, low 60s. Cloudy Friday with scattered showers and storms. Highs tomorrow, low 70s. Warming up this weekend. Sunshine mixing in with the clouds for both Saturday and Sunday. Still about a 40% chance for a mainly late day shower or storm both Saturday and Sunday. Highs both afternoons around 80. I'm meteorologist Ken Boone in the KZRG Storm Center.
KZRG Storm Tracker radar is showing some scattered showers and maybe some embedded thunderstorms. Nothing severe at this time. To the north, it's now north of the Girard-Pittsburgh area. It's headed to the northeast. Fort Scott, you're beginning to get in some of that rain. To the south and west of the Joplin area, now it's beginning to get close to Veneta, Oklahoma. It's moving to the northeast. It will probably make it, if it stays together, into the Miami and Joplin area within the next 1 to 2 hours. Again, that's if it stays together. It is cloudy, 59 in Neosho, 59 in Pittsburgh, 59 in Hornet, 59 in Joplin. News Talk KZRG with 100 weather updates every 24 hours. KZRG News Time, 8:38.
We need to replace the flooring immediately. It's worn out and embarrassing.
No, the AC should take priority. It's on its last leg.
Can we do both?
How? Are you selling a kidney?
We could refinance the house.
Whoa, no way. We'll lose our good interest rate. I'd rather you sell a kidney.
You can complete all of those home improvement projects without losing your rate with Community Bank and Trust. With a home equity loan or line of credit, you can update the bathroom, do the add-on, or get that new heat and air unit without giving up your great mortgage rate. CBT has a variety of options with low costs and very competitive interest rates. Plus, they can work out payment plans that fit into your budget. See what your home's equity could do for you with a home equity loan or line of credit from Community Bank and Trust. Get started at one of the local employee-owned CBT locations or at cbthomebank.com. Community Bank and Trust, where trust is so important, it's in our name. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS number 580491.
Zimmer Marketing is proud to partner with local businesses and encourage you to shop local first.
As spring and summertime approach, you'll need quality equipment for your event and concession stands. Allied Restaurant Supply has cotton candy, popcorn, snow cones, and funnel cake machines, flavorings, and accessories.
This is Daniel from Allied Restaurant Supply. Come see us at 1316 South Main in Joplin.
Local businesses are the backbone of our communities. Zimmer Marketing encourages you to shop local first.
My dad passed away unexpectedly. Of course, it was awful in every way, but we are very grateful that he had life insurance. So even after he was gone, he was still able to provide for us. And that's why I have life insurance for my family. Ethos.com. They make it fast and easy to get covered. It's 100% online. You get a quote in seconds, and you can apply in minutes. You get covered the same day.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/save. That's ethos.com/save. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required. Rates may vary.
Lots of places can expose you to identity theft, but that's why LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second for threats to your identity, which is way more than anyone can do on their own. If they find anything suspicious, like new loans or changes in your financial accounts, they'll alert you right away, all through text, phone, email, or the LifeLock app. Get the alerts that can make all the difference. Save up to 30% off your first year with the promo code BECK. LifeLock.com. 800-LIFELOCK. 1-800-LIFELOCK or LifeLock.com. Use the promo code BECK at LifeLock.com.
Neo, when did Route 66 get this tropical?
Since we opened Miami Beach at Buffalo Run Casino.
So you're telling me Tiki Bar?
Yep, Neo's Tiki Bar. Ice cold drinks and laid-back vibes.
And I've got Nikki 66. Classic diner eats with a twist.
Plus pool tables, great music, and oh yeah, a mechanical bull.
Cool, the ultimate hangout spot.
Grand opening Memorial Day weekend.
Featuring a Jimmy Buffett tribute band. Grab your crew and let the good times run at Buffalo Run Casino.
Be sure to tune in to News Talk KZRG every weekday from 9 to 11 to hear what's going on with me, Chris Plant, on News Talk KZRG.
From Studio 1Z, with the latest news, commentary, and weather, it's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk KZRG.
We've got a chance of showers and thunderstorms today with a high of 72 with clouds all day long. Then tonight, more showers, possibly a thunderstorm. Cloudy with the overnight low down to 62. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy with a better chance of showers and thunderstorms. High near 74. Cloudy tomorrow night with a slight chance of showers after 1 a.m. with the overnight low going to be around 59. Now, there's no severe weather expected at this time, no severe weather in the area as of this moment. We do have some showers and thunderstorms, a small area beginning to develop in northeast Oklahoma. Could be within the Joplin area within the next 1 to 2 hours. But again, nothing severe.
That's exactly right. We'll be keeping a close eye on it for you, as will the Zimmer Storm Center app, totally free to download to the App Store. Get you access to a live radar and custom weather alerts. Speaking of things you want to keep your eye out for, $100 in KZRG's Quick Cash going out every single weekday, including today and tomorrow and next week and next week and next week and the next week and the next week. Here's how you can win it. Every weekday, be tuned into News Talk KZRG at 7:05, 8:05, 12:05, and 4:05 for a code word. Really, you should be tuned into KZRG all day, every day. But for the purposes of this contest, just at 7:05, 8:05, 12:05, and 4:05. When you hear the code word, text it to 417-782-1310. For every code word you text us, we'll put your name into
the Fez of Fortune.
So if you text us all 4 code words that day, your name will be in the Fez 4 times. If you text us 2 code words, your name is in there 2 times. If you only text us 1 code word, it's in there once. Then the following morning at 6:40 in the A.M., we will be drawing a name from the Fez of Fortune. And if it's yours, you get $100. If it's not, no worries. We're going to empty the Fez out, and we're going to refill it with new names from code words from that day. And rinse and repeat every single weekday. You can go to newstalkkzrg.com, click on the KZRG Quick Cash banner, and get all the details. All right, moving on to some national news for you here this morning. Interesting development. Republicans still trying to find ways to combat, frankly, sanctuary cities, sanctuary states that are providing housing and hiding, basically, for people that came to this country illegally. Some of them criminals, some of them, well, technically they're all criminals because they're here illegally. Some of them violent criminals. Some of them, the only crime they committed was coming here illegally. But it doesn't matter. Still a crime, no?
That's correct.
That's right. In sanctuary cities, sanctuary states, they don't seem to care. They want to aid and embed them. And as in honor of Republicans trying to find a way to combat this issue, Representative Chip Roy, a Republican from Texas, he is introducing legislation that will prohibit the United States Department of Housing and Urban Development from issuing certain grant money to sanctuary cities and states. So the federal dollars that your federal taxes go into to develop this housing and urban development grant, he said, listen, if these states and these cities can't play by the rules, then they don't get our federal money. Taxpayers shouldn't have to pay into a system that is not paying or playing by taxpayers' rules.
Now, I will make a bet with you.
I will not wager a McRib, Steve. It's not going to happen.
I will bet you that not a single Democrat will vote for this when it comes up for a vote.
I'm not taking that action. That's an easy yes. No one's taking that action, Steve.
Okay.
That's like saying, I'll make a bet. I'll bet you $1,000 the sun's going to rise
I'll bet
tomorrow.
you a big arch.
Big arch?
Yeah, that's the new sandwich that I haven't tried because it's too big.
I would rather be kicked in the shin. I said it yesterday.
Okay.
I'll say it today. No, go away. That is not an invitation, Steve.
Well, you made it sound like an invitation. Jeez.
Chip Roy's bill is called the No Housing for Illegal Aliens Act. KZRG News Time 845, by the way. And this would ban the Housing and Urban Development organization, the department, I should say, from giving those communities the Community Development Block Grant, which is money that just goes out to communities for development and to help with housing assistance and things of that nature.
To help with the blocks.
Help with the blocks, yeah. So this is what they're doing. This is a way of trying to combat these sanctuary cities, saying if you're going to house a bunch of illegal migrants, we are not going to give you money that is expressly, there's the word, expressly.
You want to try that again?
No, that's okay.
Okay.
That is expressly put aside for funding housing. Because why? What are these sanctuary cities and states probably going to use that money for?
To house illegal immigrants.
Exactly. You don't need to be a genius to put 2 and 2 together. Sanctuary
that
cities.
Equals 5.
Right. Sanctuary cities are trying to house illegal migrants. They don't have enough money to do it. Here's a federal program that gives them a bunch of money to help with housing. I wonder what they're going to do with that. Chip Roy said, no, we're not playing that game anymore. You don't get the money.
And that means that hopefully the rents will not go up even more, or the cost of housing in your area because of this.
Chip Roy, he said in relation to this bill that he's pushing, quote, "For too long, hardworking Americans have been forced to watch their tax dollars bankroll benefits for individuals who broke our laws to enter this country," end quote. This would stop that. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see if it goes through. Will Democrats vote for it?
Nope.
No. It's not even... No, it's not going to happen. They're not going to do it.
It won't happen.
So we'll see if this actually goes
Not unless
through.
they can put it in a reconciliation-type bill where they don't have to have 60 members of the Senate.
Right. And is that what they're going to do with the reconciliation process? Probably not.
No.
Yeah, probably not. So we'll see what the 411 on that is. All right, moving on from there. Speaking of grants, that was a federal grant process we were just telling you about. Let's look at some local grant process that has nothing to do with the government, that has everything to do with neighbors helping neighbors. Americans deciding to pick themselves up by their bootstraps, formulate their own organization, and not rely on the government to get things done to help local people helping local people. The Philanthropic Society of the Joplin Regional Community Foundation, better known as PHIL, they have announced the recipients of $200,000 worth of funding to help local organizations help local people in 4 main areas. Those 4 main areas include barriers to work and prosperity, child welfare and education, community health and safety, and housing affordability and homelessness. These are 4 regions that this local organization said, we need someone to help with that. We're not going to rely on the government. We're not going to ask for more taxpayer money to fund these programs. We're not going to try and start more programs that have more bureaucrats in it. We're just going to do our own thing. We're going to raise local money. We're then going to distribute local money to local organizations that we feel help alleviate the pain and issues in those 4 areas. That's awesome, is it not?
It is very awesome.
Super cool. So you can see a list of all the local organizations that received $50,000 each. 4 groups got $50,000 from this nonprofit to help alleviate issues that surround barriers to work and prosperity, child welfare and education, community health and safety, and housing affordability and homelessness.
You know, one of the things I like about this story is so far, Phil has granted more than $1.5 million to address community needs, all $50,000 at a time.
And guess what? We didn't need Uncle Sam to help us do it, did we?
Nope.
That is the model for success in my mind. So if you want to get a little insight as to the organizations that got this money, go to newstalkkzrg.com. Click on this story. You can get the details there. KZRG News Time, 8:50.
And now, KZRG's Big 3, buzzing by thanks to Honeybee Tax Solutions on News Talk KZRG.
Number 3.
A former DOJ prosecutor charged with emailing confidential records tied to former special counsel Jack Smith's investigation into President Trump. The lawyer in question allegedly altered electronic file names of government records to conceal unauthorized transmission of these documents via a personal email account.
Number 2.
Missouri U.S. Senator Josh Hawley urging the Senate to pass a provision to the reconciliation package to rescue trafficked children. This is a follow-up to his effort to allocate $108 million to hire 200 child exploitation investigators.
Number 1.
Keeping it rolling. News Talk KZRG still giving away $100 cash every single weekday. Tune in to KZRG every single weekday at 7:05, 8:05, 12:05, and 4:05 for a code word. When you hear it, text it to 417-782-1310 to get in to the daily drawing for $100 cash. More information, go to newstalkkzrg.com.
Now, the KZRG question of the day, brought to you by A to Z Supply.
What do you think about Trump's proposed $1.7 billion legal defense fund for lawfare victims? Why $1.7 billion? Well, technically, it's actually $1.776 billion. 1776. That's why. What are your thoughts on that? Text us at 417-782-1310. Coming up in less than 10 minutes, Chris Plant. He'll be here at 9 on News Talk KZRG.
Here is your KZRG forecast. Cloudy today with scattered showers and even storms. It'll be milder, but temperatures still below.
Good morning.
See you tomorrow.
Bye. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for